Man, it's such a relief that we don't do this thing live. I don't think I could ever do live.
Yeah.
Could you ever? Yeah.
Yeah, it just seems... Nah.
Yeah.
Are we currently recording? Yeah.
We are, yeah.
Hello, folks.
We're good to go. Hello, folks. Welcome to the first official episode of the True Blue Podcast. Now that we have a name, a picture, and still no reason to live.
Yeah. Production quality is the same.
Very limited, yeah. Although we did choose to use the better webcam, despite the fact that I've had access to both of them this whole time.
Okay.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking, Vic?
You know, I was thinking a lot about the Bombers, the CFL free agency coming up, so I got the standard Bomber Coors Original. That's what I'm having. What about you, sir?
I'm drinking sangria, but no relevance to any sort of professional organization.
I'll do it.
Just enjoy drinking alcoholic juice, basically.
Fair enough.
God, that's a lot.
Filled it up beautifully, though.
They really pack lots into that can, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So,
I was a fan of packed cans.
that sounds bad.
Yeah,
why does that sound
the
bad?
intent, yeah.
Okay. Oh, thank God we don't have to drink any more of those fucking white
Oh, my God.
This isn't going to make a whole lot of sense because, like, anybody who might be watching this is not going to be able to see the first podcast that we recorded. Just did it kind of for fun. But yeah, we started our previous podcast by drinking White Claws and bashing on the city of Regina, which I'd be happy to do again for the folks who missed it. We'll say the short form of what we went over is Regina's a shithole. We hate it. So I want to make sure we get that in so that not much is obvious, no matter who's watching. If you live in Regina, I hate you. And if you've ever been to Regina, I feel sorry for you. It's a garbage place for garbage people. Yeah. Oscar, what's his name? It's Oscar, right? He's the guy who lives in the trash in the fucking
Yeah.
Oscar the Grouch.
Yes.
The Grouch? Yeah.
That
guy. Yeah. He lives in Regina.
That's great.
That's his home.
Sweet.
That trash
should
can.
deliver you.
Trash can exists right outside Mosaic Stadium. That's exactly where he lives. Yeah. We could make a whole podcast just about that.
For sure, the Regina episode. Yeah, 100%. Good God. If we ever, one day, like, if this podcast goes anywhere for whatever fucking reason, I think that what we need to do is we need to go to the Labor Day Classic and vlog it.
Live on location. That would be good.
Yeah.
I'd like that. I mean, I wouldn't really like it because I'd be in Regina, but I would like it because we'd be...
Just for content alone. Like, I think I'm willing to sacrifice myself in Regina for a day for all the fans out there.
Oh, yeah, we did it for the Grey Cup.
That's right.
Yeah. Alright, moving on to something a bit cheerier. Okay. Let's stop talking about Regina. So Fajardo is out of Saskatchewan.
Yeah. You know, I can't blame him anyway. Even if he didn't shit the bed last year the entire season and threw a lot of interceptions and whatnot.
Which he did.
Yeah,
he threw a lot.
I believe he was sacked more than any other quarterback ever in a season or something like that, which is fucking painful. So
he was not getting much protection.
Yeah, and like it's hard to be a good quarterback in that case. And like this guy did formerly win a MOP. Like he can throw footballs in theory.
Yeah,
he didn't show that last year, but
no, he did. But he didn't get much of an opportunity. To be fair, every quarterback's gonna look bad, and you have a collection of 7 men bearing down on you because you're just left completely unguarded by your absolutely pathetic offensive line. And boy, were they bad. It was hilarious to watch.
Horrendous.
Nothing quite as good as watching the Bombers fucking D-line just tear them to shreds.
Yeah, fuck me. Yeah. But yeah, so Fajardo in Montreal now, which is weird, because Montreal's kind of lost everybody.
Yeah, and then
Eugene Lewis just left. I can't remember where the fuck he signed. You tell how much research we put in here. Lewis left.
We did a solid 30 seconds worth of typing stuff down onto a notes app to try and remember who went where, because... In case you guys haven't been keeping up, there's been a lot of trades and a lot of free agency signings in a lot of different sports in the last... This one was... And this is off top. We'll discuss at greater length. Where did Tarasenko go?
He got traded to the Rangers.
The Rangers, right. That's weird, yeah.
Yeah. For like a prospect, a first, a fourth, and then like some guy who's in the AHL.
I was going to say, that didn't seem like much. Like, I know a first in the NHL is much more valuable than a first in a lot of... Like, in the NBA. There's 2 rounds. But, like, still, I mean, for the Tarasenko show, like, that guy can play. He's a certified he's a certified stud.
He's always been kind of undervalued too. Like I remember he was available for Seattle in like the expansion draft, and they like didn't even take him. He was just there for free.
And he's like an all-star caliber player.
Yeah, he's put up fucking like a point a game this year. So like that was a questionable call, but yeah, the Rangers got him. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we can circle back to that later. There's a lot more to discuss, especially in the CFL.
Yeah, definitely.
Big one, Winnipeg. Whew. The streets aren't safe, folks.
Oh,
Kenny Lawler is back in town. I guess he's not officially, but like it's been agreed in principle.
Yeah, free agency doesn't actually start till 14th. Valentine's Day, I believe. Yeah,
14th. So 3 more days.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like all shit's starting to get agreed in principle now. So yeah, Kenny Lawler, Winnipeg Blue Bomber, once again back where he belongs. And I don't think morale could really be higher about that unless your mother's against drunk driving. You're happy about this move, really,
exactly.
from Winnipeg.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if your mother's against drunk driving and you're like located in Winnipeg, you're unhappy. If you were a part of that group organized in Edmonton, you're probably thrilled right now. Your streets have gotten a little bit safer. Yeah, I mean, per cap, there's so many more people in Alberta anyway. It's probably safer to have him out here, right? It's less likely he's going to hit anybody. What's he going to hit? A Winnipeg transit bus that's stalled?
It's probably going to be the transit bus's fault, too.
Like, exactly. Yeah, they are the worst. Man, we could go
Fuck, the Winnipeg transit episode.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, if any of you ride Winnipeg transit regularly, like I do, yeah, I don't envy you. It fucking sucks. It's as bad as everybody says it is.
It is quite it is the worst thing ever. I
it's horrible
to think of things. People are always like, "Oh yeah, just take the bus. It's fine, right? You don't have to drive. It's so much nicer because you're not like you don't have to mentally focus if you're like going to school in the morning or something."
Yeah.
And yeah, that's great, but it's just like every time I took the bus to the University of Manitoba, first of all, it's an hour and a half. It's like a 30-minute drive from where I was.
Yeah.
I'm waiting 3 times as long. I have to get up like fucking 5:45 in the morning for this thing.
Yeah.
Just to go and feel incredibly unsafe and on edge for 90 minutes. Because, well, the people who I get onto the bus with at Garden City Mall at 6 in the morning are pretty sketchy individuals.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that if you've ever had to take a bus from Winnipeg Square, you deserve compensation financially because your life was in jeopardy and you didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Also, the Tims at Winnipeg Square there.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Is it? Is that a mid Tims?
Okay. Well, no. The problem is just they don't like. They're probably the busiest Tims I've ever seen.
Okay.
But I think they also look busy because it takes them like 25 minutes to make anything. I ordered a coffee once. It took them like 6 minutes to get me a cup. Like a black coffee. They take the cup and they pour it into one of the cups. They take the coffee. What's the name of it? The thing. Carafe?
I don't drink coffee, man.
No, I know the thing, the huge pot of coffee. I guess it was a coffee pot.
It's a fucking pot, yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah.
All they have to do is take a cup and pour hot bean water in it and hand it to me. It took them I almost missed my bus. It took them 7 minutes to do that. It wasn't very good coffee either.
Yeah.
All for nothing.
I find it interesting how much, like, fast food places, like, for all their standardization, obviously, the quality varies greatly based on the location.
It really does. There's a few that I find don't. I guess it comes down to, like, their policy more than others, how strictly they enforce...
Oh, shit.
Careful. How strictly they enforce their own policy. But yeah, some restaurants are like, sometimes you're getting the greatest food you've ever eaten. Sometimes it's just god awful.
Yeah, I feel like there's no bigger disparity than McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's is bad for it. Yeah. One thing that's great though, the exact opposite, Wendy's is always good. It doesn't matter where you go. Wendy's will always be incredibly good. Like it's always made the same, and Wendy's is the best fast food restaurant. And that's not even a debate. That is just purely a fact.
See, it is a higher class of fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
It's hard to say because there's a lot of factors if you weigh in for best, I think. In terms of just the quality of the food, yeah, quite possible.
Quality of food, yeah, like value maybe not because it's like $17.
It was expensive, but like it is, for quality, I'll give it to Wendy's there because like, you just always get something fire. With Don's, it's like, I find that if you go to a Don's and a Walmart, it goes hard every time.
Yeah.
But if you go to a Don's, like if you go to specifically the main in Kingsbury or the main in Royal Don's, either one, I can't remember which one. It's on the fucking corner. It's in between those two. I don't know what it officially is called. It's a nightmarish experience. It's fucking horrible. They are going to mess up your order. It's their quality guarantee. You will not get what you ordered. It sucks.
Well, and I wish, quite honestly, nothing but the worst that whoever's in charge of, I suppose, hiring people or enforcing any sort of standards at the Tim Hortons of McPhillips. Not the one further down towards York, but like it is by far
by where I live.
Yeah. It is by far the most convenient Tim Hortons for either of us to go to.
Yeah.
However, I actively avoid it. I drive much further out of my way to go all the way down to Northgate to the Tim's there, or to Riverbend to go to that Tim, which, funny enough, is the best Tim Hortons in the city.
That's a good Tim's.
Crazy how they're right next to each other.
S-tier Tim's, yeah.
But the one on Main Street, I just...
Or McPhillips?
Yeah, the one on McPhillips, thank you. I just don't know what it is. I'm not sure if they just decided to string a tin can together as like their intercom system for hearing people, or if the people they hire just like don't understand. I don't even know. Just don't understand what I'm saying ever, because it's always like, could I get like a 10-pack of Timbits? And it's like, ham and cheddar on white. Like, bro, that's like, I'm like, that's not even close. You weren't even like, I understand if you were like, oh, you want like a Boston cream donut? Like, okay, we're still with donuts. You got it like a little bit. But like, bro, you're in a different, like, I'm convinced they tried selling me a Whopper there once. Like, they got no idea what they're doing over there, man. It's just an absolute shit show. Somehow they never have, I got told once that they didn't have any coffee. It was like 4:00 p.m. They're like, yeah, we don't have any fresh coffee right now. I was like, you're Tim Hortons. Like, it's the first thing in your name. It's like coffee, sandwiches, donuts. Like, that's the first thing. It's coffee. It's like, you don't even have to sell coffee to people. You just have to have it available. And all that's required is hot water and coffee beans. How are you out of it?
No.
That is my rant at the Tim Hortons on McPhillips.
Yeah, it was a fire Tim Hortons. Was the Tim Hortons in Indian Head, Saskatchewan.
Oh, yeah. I guess, yeah, we mentioned it last time.
You had a great experience at that Tim Hortons.
Fantastic. Well, first of all, it was the first step on us exiting the hellhole of Regina, which we've already mentioned. So that alone...
Indian Head seemed like we were pulling up on fucking New York after that.
Oh, it was beautiful. It was gorgeous.
Beautiful.
An absolute, like, just gorgeous. It was like I was in Bali.
City of Dreams,
yeah. It was just like beautiful, like sprawling beaches, clear water, everything like that. It just looked fantastic. And you wouldn't have never guessed you were maybe 20 kilometers outside of Regina, but... Yeah. And the coffee was fantastic. It was like 6 a.m, right? We got out of there as soon as we could have.
Literally, I couldn't believe, like, we drank the night before and we were out of there at 6 a.m.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was ready. I was ready to go. I was ready to get as far away as I could have. I never know how much satisfaction Moosomin brings you until you've driven from Winnipeg to Regina.
Moosomin is a town. That's a hell of a town.
That is a
beef
real...
with Moosomin at all.
No,
great place.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar as well, just outside of Moosomin.
That is cool, yeah. Any general Saskatchewan slander excludes the city of Moosomin and Indian Head, actually, while we're at it. They're both phenomenal.
Yeah, I got nothing but good things to say.
They're great. There are good places in Saskatchewan. As we said in the first episode, Saskatoon is okay.
Yeah,
it's all right.
I'm rocking with Saskatoon.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not an embarrassment to North America or to the human race.
Yeah, like Regina.
Yeah, like Regina is. It's like I'm not offended to be from the same country as Saskatoon.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Exactly.
Nothing wrong with it.
It's
not great.
No, but Indian Head was. That was a good.
Yeah, it was a good
Tim's, good place to be.
I want to give I have to say the McDonald's on Henderson is the best McDonald's overall. Even though Walmart McDonald's always go hard, the Walmart on Henderson, when you walk in that place, they have like a shelf of like the Manager of the Year awards for their fucking manager. I think his name's Jason. I I wish I could say his last name. I'll go there before the next episode so I can say this because he does a fucking bang up job. But the guy, yeah, he's won Manager of the Year for like the Manitoba McDonald's Awards, which is apparently a thing. Like every year, because he fucking cleans up. You go there and it's like you walk out, you think you just left the fucking keg. Like it's an establishment there.
Yeah, it's funny.
Tight ship. Crush your order. It's ready. It's fresh. It's good. It's fucking unbelievable what they do over there.
It's funny because I don't go there very like that's one of the ones I go to probably the least if I'm going to McDonald's because it's kind of inconvenient, honestly. Like,
Jason should be making $500,000 a year.
Yeah, well, who knows? He might with all those awards. Something.
I hope he makes like a ton of money. I'm sure he probably does actually.
Yeah, being a manager at a McDonald's, I mean, once you're that high up, like you're probably making at least a decent wage.
I've heard McDonald's is actually not a terrible place to work at. Like, they do some stuff for, like, your college and shit like that, or whatever, if you're a student and things like that. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and aren't you, like, guaranteed some sort of pay rate? It's, like, every 6 months or something? Guaranteed, like, I think it's only, like, 10 cents, but, I mean, hey, it's better than nothing. A lot of other jobs that I've had where you don't get a pay raise for, like, years on end, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the case with a lot of people, so... Yeah, it's...
Shout out McDonald's. Just generally, they're just always there.
Always there for you. Yeah. What was I going to say?
Okay.
Something important I was going to mention. Probably wasn't important at all, actually.
Well, more Bomber free agency stuff. Fuck. Obviously, we brought in Kenny Lawls. Probably going to sign somebody else once free agency actually starts. I mean, God forbid, the Bombers always sign some rookie American who's going to end up being a fucking all-star. But we did lose a couple guys.
Yeah, we did.
A couple big losses, actually.
Showtime Rashid Bailey.
Yeah, we don't know where yet, but it's come out. We're not going to sign him. Ellingson, a nice guy.
I love Ellingson, and he's a good receiver when he's healthy, but the problem is,
he doesn't play games.
He's just so inconsistent with his injuries, which is too bad, because, he's a fun guy to have on the team, but it's just... He's never out there.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, and I'm not happy to see him go, but I'm not really. I'm more bummed about Rashid because, like, man, Rashid Bailey's been a Bomber for a long time. And, like, he was never gonna pull down a lot of, but like he was always good for like Rashid's gonna pull down 2 or 3 grabs every game, and you know what, they're gonna be for 11 yards or whatever, but. Fuck me, like they're gonna be nice to have.
Oh yeah,
he's moving the chains. Like he's just always there.
He is, yeah.
I really feel like he's kind of like that option for Kolaros, where it's like, okay, like Shones, he's double covered, whatever. Oh, she's making a nice turn there. Fuck me, throw it to him. He'll get you 8 yards. Bob's your uncle.
Exactly. Well, Nick Dembski now, eh?
Yeah.
Chris didn't mention that at all, but...
Re-signed Nick Dembski, yeah.
3 more years of Nick Dembski, and that guy he'll pick up yards any way possible. He don't care. You put the ball in his hands, he will find a way to give you 10 plus yards. It doesn't matter what you do.
Absolutely love Nick Dembski. I'm sure everybody does. From Winnipeg, U of M grad. Just love to see it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm excited for Oliveira again for another solid year of him as well.
I do
see how he does.
Yeah, I do just like all the Winnipeggers that we have.
I do as well. Yeah, they're all good guys, good players too as well. They're not just filling up space, and you're not just like, oh well, he's from Winnipeg, so we'll keep him even though he fucking sucks. They're all good, solid players as well.
Yeah.
Although Mike O'Shea could turn pretty much anybody, I think, into a solid player in that coaching staff. So
I am buying a Bomber jersey this year, and I've been trying to think of like which idea I'm gonna decide, which idea I'm gonna do to decide which one I'm gonna buy. And I've been thinking about like DMing a whole bunch of Bomber players, whoever answers me first. Boom.
Make sure you get a signature out of it or something. Though, too. It'd be like, if you'll sign it, I'll buy yours.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
Put a bit of leverage on it. And then if that doesn't work, to see whoever read it. Just be like, alright, that's good enough. Yeah. Adam Bighill will reply to you. I have faith.
A lot of these guys would. And you know what? Like, actually, in my advertising and marketing class last week, we were talking about cameos. And I have to say, the one cameo I ever bought was from Willie Jefferson.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I bought him for my dad's wife. And, because she's just the biggest Bomber fan in the world. Ordered from Willie Jefferson the day before the Grey Cup, and he answered the morning of. Like literally the next day, he's in the hotel. He's fucking amped, pure energy. He's showing outside the window. He's like showing the stadium. He's like fucking screaming at the camera about how we're gonna win. Yeah, it was fucking dope. Like he just
talk about that. But yeah.
Well, no, we did win that one.
This was okay. Good. I thought you were saying
this in Hamilton.
He's hyped to see Mosaic.
Yeah, no, he's fucked. But Yeah, this is in Hamilton, 2021, I guess.
Okay.
And he just could not have been better. And just like, what a guy. $40, you can get an amazing experience with Willie Jefferson. So if you're a Bomber fan, I can really fucking testify to that. It was just S tier. I'm kind of debating getting one for him.
Should just get the intro to this podcast recorded by him.
Oh fuck, dude, we absolutely.
That's
a banger idea. $40, I'll go halfers on that.
Good thing I got it on camera. Yeah, so
fuck me, let's do it.
I'm totally in. That'll be sick. Yeah. Hope he doesn't fuck it up.
Yeah.
That would suck.
This is the Blue True Podcast.
Yeah. My name is Jefferson Willie.
I'm the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
It's a CTE setting in.
Fuck. No, I'm sure. Fuck. We'll just get on a cameo, man. Let's do it. Willie Jefferson, $40 coming your way.
Yeah.
I'll go halfers on that.
Me too. Yeah.
Let's do it. We'll talk after.
Sounds good. So, how does Shoppers Drug Mart get away with their pricing? I'd like you to hand me that bottle over there, Victor, and I think I know. I think you know which one I'm talking about.
Oh, this one right here? Yeah.
Let's see if I can get a little bit closer. See that right here?
Tropicana.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is Tropicana orange juice. Good orange juice. Wait, did I get the pulp free?
I hope you did, yeah. Yeah, it's got the orange top.
No, it said lots of pulp.
Oh!
Whatever. I'm making a screwdriver with it. I don't really care. That being said,
that hurts too, though.
If you go to Shoppers Drug Mart right now looking to buy any orange juice, you are going to get shafted. Well, actually, you know what? It's on sale. It's actually not as bad as usual. Maybe I just don't know how much orange juice costs. I'm willing to concede there's a chance. But this is regularly $7. 7. With an S. 7. $7 for this. Yeah. How many oranges are in here? I could make my own orange juice for cheaper than that, I bet. And I mean, yeah. It's Tropicana. It's cream of the crop orange juice. Solid.
It is the best orange juice.
It's the best orange juice there is.
For no doubt.
But
yeah,
there was a pack of Fusello shredded cheese that looked like it was half full. That was being sold for like $8.
Dude, there was fucking no cheese. Like, dude, you could not. If you bought that, it was not enough to like make a pizza with it.
No, yeah. Shoppers Drug Mart is just
fisting people.
They are just ruining the Canadian economy, one individual at a time. All we want.
Loblaws.
All we want is orange juice. Is that so much to ask?
$7, like
not
that is
$7 orange juice.
Like that's a standard size. What is that?
A liter.
1.5 liters is $7. Fucking
you wonder why we have a problem with obesity. You can buy like 8 liters of Coke for the same cost as this 1.5 liters of orange juice.
Fucking ridiculous.
And I mean, orange juice isn't even really that good for you either, but at least it's got some vitamins.
Yeah.
It doesn't have sugar and whatever else they fucking put in Coke. What even is in Coke?
They don't, dude. Like, there's only 7 people in the world who know that.
Well, I know that like the entire thing, but I mean, people have to have at least some.
Yeah, fucking corn syrup and sugar and whatever.
Yeah,
fucking,
all the good stuff.
Now you know what, man.
All the small things.
I like no matter what, like having lost a ton of weight and stuff like that in my life, I can still say like Coke is the one thing. Good God, that stuff is good. I cannot cut it out.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's an S tier beverage.
It's a very, very good beverage. I do like. I see that's weird because I like Diet Coke, just like
yeah,
way more. Well, not I should say I like Diet Pepsi.
That's what I mix with alcohol now because it's like you can't even. It doesn't even make a difference if you're mixing it with booze.
No. Yeah, it's.
Yeah. That's what I'm been mixing with instead. 0 calories. Fuck, come on, I can't beat that.
Why not? Exactly. Yeah, especially when you put so many calories into your body with the alcohol.
Flesh eating, fucking eating calories away. Hey, we still got some White Claws here from the last episode.
Yeah, I was talking about. Remember we started the podcast by discussing how much we actually hated those and how much I wish they didn't exist. So.
These are mid.
Yeah, not great.
Might pound one for old time's sake later, but
I might as well. I won't lie.
Yeah, fuck it.
Well, the good news is, okay, here's the thing.
I doesn't drink around as well.
I was gonna buy, if you crack another drink.
Yeah.
I was going to I was gonna buy like grenadine originally and like bitters. I was gonna like learn how to make some like cool shots or something like that.
Yeah.
And I forgot my ID, and he had to FaceTime me while he was in the LC, so he could buy me my Disaronno and Sangria. So that was embarrassing, and now we've come home with a collection of fruit juices, which I guess you can mix into a shot pretty well, but just doesn't feel quite the same.
Let me just say, like, shout out to the lady at the LC. Didn't catch your fucking name, so, you know, tough to shout her out, I guess. But
she was not a chance in hell she'll be watching.
That's fair. But yeah. Dude, the lady, middle-aged lady from the McPhillips LC, fucking phenomenal. Like, McPhillips and Leila, like, just cracking jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Good positivity. Was laughing about how this beer carrier here.
The brew case.
Yeah.
I fuck with that.
We were laughing at how structurally unsound this thing is because... See this thing here that supports it? It's like a little...
Oh, that's holding all your alcohol,
anchor kind of thing. She was like, they only put this on one fucking side. So the other side is completely unsupported in every way. It's literally just this side that's supported.
Well, it's a good thing, though. I mean, it's a good thing it doesn't matter, because as we all know, they're just giving alcohol away at the LC. You don't even have to pay for it anymore, so it's a good thing they go to such great lengths to secure your purchase.
Oh my god, it was a fucking, like, yeah, it's a gosh, but she was great, so.
That's fantastic.
Great LC experience.
Yeah, I do like the idea of alcohol not having to be sold at the LC, but there's something very uniquely Canadian, and especially Manitoban, about going into a liquor mart.
I have no problem with, like, look, I like the idea of alcohol being available at liquor stores and stuff, or at like grocery stores and shit. Like, I am in favor of that, like in the US. But I'm fine with it just being in the LC. But I'm just not okay. Like, can we just stop being fisted for this stuff? Like, it doesn't stop anybody from drinking. It's literally just trying to fuck people who do so that they can make more tax money off us. Like, if you go to the US, you can get like a fucking jug of vodka for like $12. Yeah. And it's just like, that's just the way God intended.
Exactly, yeah.
It's a fucking crime what we pay for.
And on the third day, God said, let there be $12 jugs of vodka sold at Walmart.
Alcohol is so great.
It is. It's fantastic.
I can't see highly enough about it. If there's any kids watching I'm just kidding.
This stuff's fantastic,
I don't like this, dude.
No, that's fine. They'll find out soon enough.
That's, literally, it is great.
Yeah.
Just don't overdo it. But
exactly.
It's great.
Yeah. But if you choose to overdo it, just know you're going to have a fun time.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
I mean, another big problem I personally just have with the liquor mart is the fact that, what are their hours, man? They
vary greatly.
They vary greatly depending on where you go, but, like, I've never seen a single LC that's open later than 9 or 10 p.m., which, in case you guys haven't noticed, purchasing alcohol... I'm not probably going at 2 p.m. to go pick up a bunch of drinks to immediately have with my friends.
Yeah.
It's probably 11 p.m. on a Saturday, and I'm realizing that I've forgotten to buy something or I don't have enough. Oh, good. Well, let me just go back 3 hours in time because all our LCs are closing at like fucking 8 or 9 p.m. or something. Yeah. It's ridiculous. I mean, I guess I can't complain too much because we did get there in time today before... although they will not let you in without an ID, which is something yes. Although I knew, I still chose to completely not remember to bring. So.
You know what? While I was waiting for you to pick me up today, I was like, it was like 8 something, and I googled like, fuck, is the LC even open right now? Googled it. Ton of them are closed. A few of them close at 9, and the only one that closes at 10
is Lula.
Is the one that we fucking went to.
Yeah,
it was just like S tier. Like, why the fuck is it so different though?
I looked it up when I was in Lockport today. There's a Lockport LC that closes at 11.
What?
Yeah, so if you need
alcohol... And then vendors close at like 1.
Yeah, like beer stores.
I've walked to vendors like from like places at like fucking midnight. It's fine, no problem. Of course, they don't sell any hard alcohol, but you know, if you're looking for just beers or coolers or something, Bob's your uncle. But
well, exactly. But I mean, hard alcohol. That's the good stuff right there. That's my preference.
Yeah, you're more of a hard alcohol like mix kind of guy, eh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't enjoy most beer. I won't lie.
Yeah, that's valid. Yeah, man, I can't wait for the bomber season to start.
Me too. I talk about it so much, and anybody who knows me is probably fed up of hearing about it. But I just can't wait, man. For it to be warm.
Football.
Yeah, head out. Absolutely trashed IG Field. Pushing kids out of our way to get to the front of the line. We don't actually do that.
Then we play Hamilton first.
Yeah, it'll be a good game. Hamilton has fallen off very great. I mean, I guess we'll see how they shape up this offseason.
I think they're going to be good this year. Like, they got Bo Levi. They just stole Casey Sales from us, with which, like, as much as I'd not like to admit it, he's very good. Like, that's a big get for them. Yeah, they already had, like, Gary Davis. No, they lost him to Toronto. But they already have, like, Simone Lawrence and a bunch of those dudes. Like, their defense is going to be good. And as much as I hate Bo Levi, like he has been shit the last like 2 years, I still think he's going to be really good.
He's a very good quarterback. He was just trapped in a very bad spot.
I'm going to pull up the CFL schedule real quick here.
Go for it.
Let's see what we got here. I think it's on the fucking TSN app yet, or have they not updated it yet? Canada's sports leader.
Canada's only sports option and their shit.
Dude.
For the most part.
Sportsnet shit too. Like there's no good options.
Sucks. Yeah, there's nothing really that good for... Although I can't complain. We have it way better than, like... Imagine living in the UK, trying to watch soccer. 4
different things that you to watch every
day. Spending like £200, just like, 3 million Canadian rupees, trying to just watch like your team play in like one of the 3 different competitions, and like you still get half the games blocked out anyways.
Preseason.
When does the preseason start? Late May?
Late May, yeah. Nice. Like May 22nd is the first preseason game.
I'll take that. Hey, that's because I'm gonna go watch that. So.
You're still gonna go to the preseason games?
Totally.
May 27th, Bombers Elks is the first preseason game that we play.
I will be there.
I will be there. That's a joke. No one's gonna get.
Yeah, if you understand that, I don't know why you would, but I fuck with you heavy. That's
Arsenal. The Arsenal
versus the Chelsea.
Oh man, is the betting odds available yet? No, there's no betting odds yet for the Bomber game. But yeah, so 6:30 on a Friday. Fucking first game versus the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Let's go. Then next week, what do we got? Is this in Winnipeg? No, next week is Bombers versus Sask at Mosaic.
Oh, nice.
That's week 2. Week 3 versus BC at IG Field, so we will go together to
in the preseason or
no, this is regular season. So we get Winnipeg at BC. Winnipeg at BC. BC at Winnipeg, week 3. That's probably the first game we'll go together.
That'd be my guess. Are you not going to?
I am going to, but my dad's wife's buying all the tickets and stuff, so I feel bad about. Same thing with the last one. Like I feel bad bailing on them because like they bought me the fucking tickets. So.
I get it. Yeah. No, that's valid.
But yeah, week 3 we're going and we're gonna fuck.
I'm gonna just get so blasted. Yeah.
Room hut. Yeah, we gotta get a few of the boys out there. Like, let's try to organize, get like Nate and all the guys there.
Oh, definitely. Let's try not to lose any of our close friends like we did last time.
That's a story that needs to get told at some point here.
Yeah, I'll tell it right now. So.
Fuck me.
You weren't even there for that, were you?
No, I mean, I popped in at halftime, but the same situation. I just didn't want to bail. But fuck, I'm so bummed because it was the only game that like all the guys went. And, like, fuck me. I remember just like trying to think of any way like I could not feel like a horrible person by just bailing. But
no, I get it. Yeah, I'll do it again this year. Yeah. So, anyways, I think that was the first game of the season, right?
That was the opener. Yeah, against Ottawa.
Me and 2 friends who have. Not really football guys or anything. Haven't been to any Bomber games. We all went out together. My father graciously agreed to provide us a ride home, but we had to walk down Chancellor Matheson away from Investors Group in order to get there. So we're walking. It's mid, like 11 maybe or something like that. Late. It's dark. We're all walking. One of my friends behind me says, "Hey, I'm gonna go take a piss." So I say, like, he's just going to go in the trees, trees on both sides of us. Said, all right, fine, we're going to keep walking, just hurry. So we keep walking. About a minute later, I look back. No fucking sign of the guy. It's like, how has this happened? There's one street and trees, and we're like 200 meters ahead of where we were before. We're still in eye shot. Like, we're still in visual distance of where we were when I said this to him.
Yeah.
So I kind of keep walking, and then like 3 minutes later, I turn to my other friend and say, okay, we have a problem. We have very clearly lost him. I don't know how. I don't know where the fuck he could have went. But now, I'm running around trying to find this kid. This genius forgot his phone on the way to the game. I have no way to contact this kid. And I have no way of knowing where he's going to go.
And he's piss drunk.
He's hammered. And he doesn't quite know exactly where we're supposed to all be meeting, my father, anyways, to pick us up. So I finally And then also the other kid goes and leaves for some fucking, starts walking around and finds his way to some tailgate. I meet up with him again. He's like, oh, hey, did you find the other guy? He's like, no. I said, no, I haven't. Also, where the fuck have you been for like the last... why did you even leave?
It's not helping.
He said, I just kept walking. He's got a dart over his ear. Where the fuck did you even get that? You've been gone for like 20 minutes. Yeah, I pulled up to some tailgate. They just gave me one of these. I was like,
what guy, yeah.
How is that even possible?
Beauty.
Anyways, get the fuck in. We're going to have to go find him. So we have to call this kid's mom and be like, hey, we lost your son at the Bomber game.
He's fucking
we
drunk
got
and
no
wandering
idea.
around.
But good news, he's hammered and doesn't have his phone, so I'm sure he's going to be okay. So we go driving around, and somehow, out of the corner of his eye, my dad spots what we thought was him at a Tim's on Pembina, like 200 meters off of the road that we were on. And this is probably like 25, 30 minutes later. And he's yelling at a drive-thru window at Tim Hortons. And so we roll up to him. We're like, what the fuck are you doing? First of all, get in. And he's like, oh, I'm trying to go take a piss in this Tim's, but they won't let me in. And I'm like, no shit. You're pissed drunk screaming at the window at 11 o'clock p.m. Like, they're not going to let you in. You're a threat to the public safety at the moment. Get the fuck in the car. We're getting out of here. Yeah. So we found... It's an absolute miracle that we found him, though. Because honestly...
It really is.
He could have went in any direction. He could have been back at the stadium. He could have been any other direction. Thanks. I'm actually going to probably have a different drink anyways.
Oh, yeah. Word.
Yeah, but...
A mix of screwy.
A real miracle. I wish you wouldn't have called it that, but yes, it will be screwy. And yeah, a miracle that we were able to find him, and I'm still astounded to this day that went off that well, and he somehow was found without any really major consequence. Because, that could have been bad. Yeah, real bad.
Fucking miracle. Like, yeah, I couldn't believe here. I would have done anything to be in the car. I can't.
Oh, it was bad. It was loud. People were. Shit, my fucking dad was losing his mind. It was.
Yeah, I bet. Fucking, that's fair.
Yeah, very fair.
Yeah, we're
time to
quick break or what?
No, I'm gonna make myself a screwdriver. Quick break for some more alcohol.
Fair enough.
So we have the weirdest vodka of all time. Have you ever had core vodka?
No.
Neither have I, but I'm not holding out much hope.
Okay, word.
Of course.
Let's plug her back in.
Yeah.
These are like the real tips that bartenders have, eh?
Yes. Except they probably use higher quality ones. I bought like a 20 pack of those for like $15 off Amazon.
Right.
I would imagine that they likely use something of better quality.
Holy shit, that was a stiff one.
Oh boy, that is actually it. There's something really funny about calling it a stiff one. I don't know. No, like.
Can I do a shot of that?
Of the core?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I want to try it.
Go for it. I'm not going to join you in a shot of that because I can't imagine it's going to be very good. Also, I have enough to drink of it right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a lot, dude.
Dude, this podcast is going to get interesting towards the end there.
Doctors recommend you drink this much water a day.
Okay, we can talk about that doctor recommendation thing that just came up from like Health Canada about alcohol.
Oh, I haven't actually seen that, by the way.
Oh, you didn't see it?
Yeah. Every time we clink the glasses, we redline the mic. It's like,
sorry, folks.
Makes a horrid noise.
We're not going to edit that out.
No, you guys are going to have to listen to that. Actually, you know what? Let's just hammer away in the microphone right now. Start breaking glass bottles right in front of it.
Okay, so basically, Health Canada, their previous recommendations or whatever for like a maximum amount of alcohol you're supposed to have in a week. Like the maximum was 10 drinks. Right?
In a week? In a day?
That was the max.
What?
That was. Now they have refined it to 2.
A week?
2 drinks a week is now Health Canada's maximum recommendation.
I'll have that in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's their new recommendation. So, as somebody who has had 2 drinks, this one's for the fine, educated folks at Health Canada.
Yeah.
Who, while they may understand the body, don't understand what it means to have a good time.
How long have you been thinking that one up? That was a hell of a line. I won't lie, bro. It gave me goosebumps.
I thought of it on the go. I felt my morale was unbelievable as I was thinking about it.
I just realized I don't have anything to... Oh, you know what? I have shaker, which is good because once in a while, that's not...
You know what? Not terrible vodka, but I still didn't enjoy doing that.
No, I would imagine it's not the best. I could probably think of things that would be better than that.
Yeah. It's valid. Okay. Yeah, not bad beer. Not bad vodka, though. Jesus. What is this? What is this from? I guess product of Ukraine.
Oh, sorry, guys.
We're funding the war effort here. This is good. Yes, they don't sell... I asked my mom. My mom... We are. I come from a Romanian family, so we know our vodka very well. Especially my mom. Asked her what's the best vodka you can get, and she just gave me like 5 Russian-made vodkas, which are now, of course, no longer available at the LC. And so yeah, that was disheartening. But then she also gave me some list of like other like former Soviet vodkas that apparently go hard. So yeah, I don't know. Get your if you're looking for a good vodka, apparently anything from the former Soviet Union is gonna be decent.
I'd believe it. That was probably a horrible noise for them to listen to. Jesus.
That's fair.
It's my ice cube.
I'm sick of one ice cube.
Thanks. It's a really big ice cube. It's one of those huge trays.
This is a dope shot glass, man. Smile Mon, Jamaica.
Oh yeah, thanks. I have literally never... I don't think I've ever even used it before. I'm not going to lie.
I'm piss drunk right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Tolerance is a little bit lower.
I'm not really sure why.
I don't know. Something about sitting here having drinks. They go down easier, and
yeah,
you know, it gets you there a lot faster.
You know what you'll find, and like, once you lose a bunch of weight, your tolerance becomes unpredictable. Not always low, but unpredictable.
I've had that sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. Like there were a number of times where I had like after I lost like a shitload of weight, where I would have a bunch still, and I could still drink like I used to when I was a fucking ogre. But I used to be a fucking 360-pound fucking monster. And yeah, so
his
like
words, not mine.
Yeah, my words entirely. I'm fat shaming myself. But yeah, I was huge, and I could drink a bottle of Pink Whitney. Like if I'm at a party and I'm really going hard, I could drink like a bottle of Pink Whitney. Now, if I have like a Mickey of Pink Whitney, I'm fucking jumping out the window. But yeah, like it varies so much. Like where sometimes like I'll have like 6 beers. I'm fine. Like I'm sober. Like I'm not sober, but like I'm buzzed, whatever. And sometimes I'll have like 3 beers. I'm gone.
Yeah.
And it's totally unpredictable. Like the food I'm eating doesn't even affect it. It's just completely random.
That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I get like that sometimes as well.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if it has anything to cheers. I don't know if it has anything to do with losing weight because it's been many years now. Since
you lost a ton of weight too.
Yeah, I did 50 something, however many.
Yeah. You were younger too when you did it, eh?
It was, yeah.
Cause fuck, how old were you? Cause I remember like you had
I'd have been like 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess like 4 years ago now, 5 years ago.
But even when like you were a kid, like when you were like 10, probably you lost a ton of weight.
I don't remember that.
Like you weren't massive or anything, but like I remember you lost a ton of weight. Like
yeah, I was kind of at my worst point in the first year of university.
No, okay,
That's
yeah.
when I decided like, okay, yeah, maybe I should do something about this.
Right.
And then I did, yeah. Crazy.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, but yeah, I found the same thing where my tolerance is just like, I don't know, some days it's super high, some days it's just not, and it doesn't even really have much to do with if I've been drinking recently. Like
yeah.
I had one time at a Bomber game where we drank before, obviously. I had like maybe three, four more drinks at the game.
Right.
So obviously, like, I'm probably like 7 or 8 shots deep, technically, right? Which, like, for me it's not that crazy. Like, I can pretty comfortably take that and be fine. Yeah. But then I, like, go to take, like, another sip of something. Well, I was taking a sip of a beer, and I was like, if I drink another sip, I'm going to throw up off this railing onto the poor family below us. And, like, it's bad.
Like, rich family below, because whoever's in the area below where we go, they are loaded.
They'll sue me. I'll get thrown out. My season ticket will be gone. Yeah. And, like, the kid is, like, 5, so I feel real bad about it, too. I mean, not at the time. I'm pissed drunk. I probably think it was hilarious at the start. But, like, looking back, I'd be pretty disappointed in myself.
Yeah.
So I was just like, yep, that's it. I'm not drinking anything else. And, yeah, I was just gone.
Well, yeah, I remember one game where you were blasted.
Just fucking terrible, man. Yeah.
I'm, like, debating whether or not I should just, like... Because I'm planning on going to a ton of games this year.
Yeah.
I've been bidding... How much do you pay for your season ticket?
Well, here's the thing. Like, you can either pay it one time outright.
Right.
Which is, like, $220.
Right.
Not that bad.
Yeah.
For, like, the guaranteed, like, 9 games, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I think it comes up to $26 a game.
Yeah.
As opposed to paying for individual tickets, which is like $35 a game.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because, like, I probably gave you $150 because you just get my ticket for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I pay him. I probably gave you $150. And I went to, like, 5 games.
I think more than that.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah.
Like, why don't I just get... Like, I won't be able to go to every single game. But why don't I just get season tickets?
You can still go to the majority. And I mean, now that...
Maybe I should.
Good news is me and him work at the same place. And our boss is very flexible with...
He's cool.
If we want to book time off in advance. If both me and him do. We got extra people to still work. And, like, yeah, I booked off every single Bomber game. I got every single time off. Like,
we should,
without question. And
yeah, like, we could honestly just book every single day off now.
That's what I did. I booked like 2 months ahead of the start of the season. I booked off every single game.
I think that's probably the move, yeah, because honestly, like, why don't I just buy... I won't be able to go to every game, but why don't I just buy a season ticket?
Yeah, I'm sure you can still make the majority of them. And you can also you can do monthly payments at as well, which come out to like $30 a month maybe or something like that.
Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, which are not that bad. So
what an organization the Winnipeg Football Club is.
Yeah, truly a magical group.
They're great.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do any kind of cuts and edits of this whatsoever, really?
I don't know. We'll see how lazy I am tomorrow night.
The thing is, I kind of gotta go take a leak, and I'm just wondering if you're gonna edit any of it.
Yeah, I can. I'd say do it now. Now's a good time to take a break.
Bet. All right. I'll be back, folks. Feel free to entertain the public.
I'll just start dancing.
There you go. Okay, here's a question. I'll say it once I'm actually on camera.
Welcome back.
Cheers. Thank you, sir. Alright, here's a question.
Go for it.
What professional sport would you play if you could be let's say average. You're slightly above average. You're like Paul Stastny level.
Okay.
Like at any professional sport, which one do you pick to be a pro at? I think there's a lot of factors to weigh in here.
There's a lot. There's a huge amount, actually. I mean, there's obviously what sport you enjoy playing the most.
Right.
What sport are you going to get paid the best in for being
Schedule,
slightly above
too.
average? Your schedule. What kind of toll is it going to have? Like, I love literally every single sport.
Yeah.
Well, let me say every major sport. In, like, North American major sport. I'm not here to shit on people who are huge golf or cricket fans or anything. Actually, I like golfing, but I've never seen a cricket match. I don't know how it's played. It's probably a great sport. I have no idea.
I got you, yeah.
We'll go to, like, the big, like, we'll say five sports maybe. Major, we'll go soccer, basketball, baseball, hockey. Am I missing one?
Football,
thank you. Yeah, football. My God, it's a true podcast. That's pathetic.
Yeah.
So I'm ruling out, like, NFL, CFL. I'm ruling out being a football player immediately because that sport will fuck you up.
Yeah.
Bad. Like, it ruins the rest of your life if you take huge hits in it, which you could very well, right?
Yeah. Like,
doesn't seem worth the risk to me, to be honest.
There's some beautiful aspects of it where I think, like, the being a part of a team where it's like to win a Super Bowl or win a Grey Cup, you literally need 40 guys who are working together and are good.
Yeah.
Which is like a kind of a beautiful thing. Like, it's the best team sport, you know what I mean? Like,
it truly is.
And like that's dope, but I agree.
Different guys. But yeah, I just,
that's the sport you don't want your kids playing because you don't want them to get fucking concussions at 8 and stuff.
I don't see it being worth it, especially at the professional level where stuff like that is just like way too common.
Yeah. I agree.
For me, it's between.
And the money's not great either, even if you're an elite player, unless you're a quarterback.
Yeah, it's because they got so many guys to pay, right? Like,
yeah,
so
54 guy rosters or whatever. Yeah, it's
exactly.
stupid.
So, but for me, it's between playing in the NHL, and playing in the NBA.
Yeah, I agree.
Those are my two. I'd probably go for the NBA just for the money at that point, like because
that's fair.
I love basketball and hockey. It's very close as to which one I'd prefer playing. I think I'd still prefer to play in the NHL, but
yeah, if you're
being Canadian and everything, I think that would be my preference, but purely just on the gap in the amount of money you're gonna make. Like a guy like a Paul Stastny, he's making what?
Like $6 million.
Yeah, exactly. $6 million, but like if you're an above average NBA player, you're probably making like 15 to 18 maybe. You're making literally almost 3 times as much. So yeah,
and you're not getting hit and shit too. Like there's that as well. Like,
less of a. I mean, it's still a very physical game, but less of a toll I think on your body overall as well. So yeah, I'd probably go with I think the NBA is the best like kind of rounded sport for that, and at least one I would enjoy as well. Like if you're like above average like golfer, you'd actually make probably more money than most NBA players, weirdly enough, because like being a decent golfer, like a good golfer on a pro tour,
you make a ton of money,
huge money. It's actually insane how much they make.
Yeah,
but I just couldn't do it. I like golfing, but I don't like it that much. I'd probably shoot myself before I finished
playing golf constantly. It's just
it would get,
golf is fun
it
as
would
like
get old. I enjoyed playing
it
like
weekend.
Yeah, having some because I mean you can't even drink on the PGA Tour. They should allow you to drink.
Yeah,
on the PGA
I agree.
Tour. They should allow you to do steroids in baseball. That's my hot take about baseball.
Yeah.
Why not? Let's be honest. There's people still doing it anyways right now. There's
guys get away with it like fucking crazy.
Exactly. They still do, and you know what? It makes the sport more entertaining.
Dude, really I want to see a guy bat 600.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Fucking firing bombs. I want to see a guy hit 75 home runs.
Yeah, I want to see a guy hit 75 home runs before the All-Star break.
I want to see a guy, dude. Like I have never seen an out of the park home run in the real baseball. Like I would love to see a guy hit it out of the fucking stadium.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to be fair, it has happened, like but it's
I've never seen it.
Really uncommon. The one MLB game I've ever been to.
You've been to a game?
I've been to an MLB
Toronto
game. Or? Funny enough, Toronto was playing, but it was in Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
It was Minnesota versus the Blue Jays.
Word. That's cool.
It's kind of weird because I was very young. I was there for a hockey tournament in Minneapolis. Yeah. And at the time, I don't know why exactly, when I was there, I mean, I was young, so I was like kind of assuming we were cheering for Minnesota, which looking back, should have been cheering for the Blue Jays anyways.
Good Jays.
But that being said, I was young. I didn't know anything about baseball.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how rare it was, the fact that I went and saw a Grand Slam live.
Wow.
A Grand Slam in the one MLB game I've ever been to. Yeah. I'll have to look it up. I'm sure I could find out which one it is. I should do that.
Yeah,
I want to find out. Really I'm going to look it up right now. It had to be 12 years ago or something, but...
You know what's weird is... because I remember you going to Minnesota. You went for a hockey tournament or something.
Oh, I went several times, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so... Yeah, but I remember you going to that game. We've been friends since we were kids, by the way, for anybody listening to this. Yeah, so weird enough thing with baseball, especially with minor baseball. When you're a kid, if you have decent coordination, you're an elite baseball player for a while. When I was 6, I was genuinely an elite baseball player.
Yeah.
I had a game where I hit 2 grand slams.
I assume they were inside the park because there's no
yeah, of course, but as in that was just when you're hitting off the tee.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I was the only kids. I was one of the only. I have really good hand-eye coordination and stuff. I was one of the only kids who was able to really fucking ding it off that, and I was hitting bombs off the tee, and I remember being elite and thinking man, this sport is my bitch. And I'm gonna be a fucking superstar in this. And then later on, I was a below average A-level ball player later on in my career. But when I was 5 or 6, dude, I was genuinely elite of the elite. I was not even flexing. When I was 6, I was probably the best player in the league.
Oh yeah, no, I believe it.
We won every game. We won every single game. I was probably the best fucking player in the league. I was hitting a bomb almost every time. I remember when I got my first strikeout and I was crying and shit, and I was we were almost done the season. I had my first strike, not the strikeout, first one where I didn't get on base.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck me.
I found the home run.
Okay.
Alright, I found the Grand Slam. However...
Matt Stairs,
yeah, hit a Grand Slam in 2008 in Minneapolis against the Twins. But I don't think I could find it because, unsurprisingly, I don't think they just have that.
Fair.
Toronto. Oh, wait, Toronto versus Minnesota. This could just be it. Is that... That's... Okay, yeah. Here, let me... Oh my god. Wait, when was this? Okay, yeah. I'm wondering if this was it, but here's my issue about this. Okay, so this was published in 2017, but if you take a look, if we're having a look at the graphics, this was clearly not 2017.
Yeah, that doesn't look great.
And look at the Jays jerseys too.
Oh, that pop is that's just a good sound.
On the first pitch.
Oh my god.
So the Jays struggling and scuffling to score runs.
Those Jays jerseys are disgusting.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm just now realizing what it is that I've witnessed, Victor.
Yep.
That was a 1-out, top of the first inning grand slam.
Yeah, that's fucking amazing.
Do you know how rare that is in baseball?
That's the one you saw?
That's the one.
Oh my god, okay.
Yeah. Because I took a look, and yeah, I doubt Matt Stairs hit many grand slams against the Twins in his career.
Right.
But yeah, 6-5, May 15th, 2008. That would have been the time.
That sounds right.
Matt Stairs hit a grand slam, and Roy Halladay rebounded from a shaky start until the Blue Jays beat the Twins 6-5. Halladay... Stairs grand slam in the first inning gave the right-hander a 4-0 advantage. That is insane. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think
That's crazy. So I saw a first inning grand slam.
That's fucking amazing, yeah.
That's truly crazy to think about now. Looking back on it, that's pretty insane.
You know what Winnipeg sports team needs more love? The Winnipeg Goldeyes.
They do. Going to a Goldeyes game is
a blast.
It's a great time.
We need to go to some games. You're right there by the Forks, man. Why don't we... Here's the day we're planning here. Why don't we do something where, like, we'll go pregame at the Common, like, at the Forks.
Yeah.
Great spot. Then we walk over, like, great spot. Great. Then we walk over to the fucking Shaw Park, and we go watch some fucking Gold Ice, and then one of our girls drives us home.
That sounds great. Yeah.
That sounds like a blast, man. And you know what? Like, yeah, like, those games are a fucking blast. And the beer is cheap and good.
Really?
They have all... Yeah, dude, the beer is cheap at the Gold Ice
I don't think
games.
I've ever bought alcohol at a Gold Ice game. I think the last
I
time...
only bought them once, too.
I think the last time I was at a Gold Ice game, I was still too young to drink. It's been that long. But tickets to a Gold Ice game are dirt cheap. They're like $12-$15 to get in.
Yeah, me and my girlfriend spent $12 to get in there.
That's insane. Yeah, we'll have to do that for sure.
Definitely, because, like, it's also... The Gold Eyes are good baseball. Like, these guys
solid.
aren't scrubs. Like,
no,
they
it's
are
solid baseball.
like it's good. Like, it's like it's interesting. Like, the baseball system is a little bit different because, like, it's separate from the MLB, what the Gold Eyes are in, like, the American Association or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, it's generally believed they're, like, at a AA-ish level.
Yeah, exactly. So there's
So, like, that's good.
yeah, it's a
not
couple,
bad.
lots of good players play through AA.
It's a Michael
on their way up to
Jordan
the
play.
majors. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that might be slightly insulting to the Gold Eyes because MJ was not a great baseball player.
Yeah. He improved a lot over the season, apparently,
believe
though.
it. Yeah,
That's what I said, because, like, the guy was just working so fucking hard.
yeah, exactly. So I think that's like the biggest part of it.
But yeah, for what professional sport I'd pick, see, I think that there's a lot to be said for soccer, because of the fact that you only play, like, say you're on a really good team, whatever, you're playing 50 times, 60 times in a year. It's still going to be less than, like, the NBA or NHL.
Yeah,
And yeah, like, there's something to be said for that, I think.
definitely. No, yeah, that is nice. It's I mean, hey, you'd be in fucking fantastic shape by the end of it too, right?
Yeah, and just playing in front of, like, tens of thousands of fans is cool.
Genuinely, yeah.
Because, like, look, like, I would love, like, literally my dream in life is to be a Winnipeg Jet, playing in front of the 15,004 Winnipeggers watching me play. But to be in front of, like, 90,000 people at, like, Barcelona or something, my God, what a feeling that must be.
That would be fantastic. Yeah, there's no debate in terms of just the sizing of the stadiums and everything.
Yeah, it's just like it's soccer. Like, if we're say in this scenario, if we're still Canadians, like, fuck me, we're going to the World Cup and everything, like, that's dope.
That would be sick. Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? Actually, another weird one, but some of the best fans in all of sports.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be careful of how loud you're putting that down.
Yeah, my bad, folks.
You see that blast there. One of the best things that I think you can play, and this goes back to, like, not really wanting to play, like, in the NFL as, like, your chosen sport.
Yeah.
But playing college football in the U.S.
Oh.
Playing for, like,
Virginia
a
Tech
program
with the Enter Sandman.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, unfortunately, Virginia Tech kind of sucks balls. Like, as an actual football, like, as a team, as a program, they're not great. But I mean, other than that, yeah, I mean, that part would be super cool. But just any of them, like, pulling, like, literally 80,000 fans, some of them.
Dude, plus, you're a
which is
god on campus. Like, you're literally a god.
You are, yeah. You are completely, like, yeah, a literal celebrity. It would be actually.
Like, imagine, like, college football is insane. Because imagine you're, like, I remember I saw a video of Trevor Lawrence, #1 pick a few years ago in in college. And he's, like, just in some, like, fucking, like, I don't know, some fucking random class. And it's just, like, imagine being that guy. Because he's sitting here in this, like, third-year class or whatever. He knows he's going to the NFL, so it literally doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just kind of like, wow, like, imagine being that guy. Like, you're there, like, you're going to school with this guy who's going to go #1 in the NFL draft in a few months.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Like, that's just fucking wild. Like, here he is in fucking chemistry class.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Or, like, fucking learning macroeconomics.
God, I hate macro. Macro sucks. Microeconomics is the
shit.
Micro's the way to go. It's a very weird segue out of that, but yeah, micro fucks. Macro sucks.
You know what I'll say about the True Blue podcast is that we don't care what level of education or what career you have at all. This is a podcast for Winnipeggers.
I don't care if you're a dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're born in Winnipeg even, but if you live here in Winnipeg, if you're from fucking Bangladesh and you're from Winnipeg, this is a podcast for you.
Exactly. So we're limiting our demographic to 768,000 people approximately.
Well, you know what?
Can't wait for all you guys to come up with autographs.
It's definitely a Manitoba-centric podcast, but at the end of the day, what it is, it's just two friends having some drinks. And,
That's what it reminds me very much. Reminds me very much of Seinfeld, the show about nothing, right?
Mm.
It's truly what it is.
You know what? Like, we've made a lot of jokes about how no one's gonna listen to this, but the reality is, like, I would, because it's two guys who are like clearly good friends who are just having real conversations over a few beers, and it's like there's something just nice about it, because this is, make no mistake, folks, like this is 100% how we just talk when we're like on our own.
That's pretty much
this isn't for the camera.
That's kind of one of the only reasons, honestly, I decided to start this. I thought, hey, I like being on camera. I like having a good time. I like making content. I like recording things, right? I don't really care if it does anything or not. And, I like hanging out and talking and having drinks. And that's part of what makes CFL football so exciting.
Oh, can't wait.
Watching good football and celebrating on every, Bomber first down is a fantastic time. But it's just about, being out with friends, having a good time, right?
It's all about
It's a social thing as well. This is a good example of that.
And let me say, like, completely unrelated. I don't know why this is such a branch off here, but as a Golden State Warriors fan, what do you think about Kevin Durant going to the Phoenix Suns?
I honestly don't really care.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, like, make no mistake, Phoenix is a very menacing team now. Like, they are a threat. And I'd say, personally, I'd probably have them as my favorites.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, it's probably between them. I guess we'll see how all Kyrie meshes now, having just moved to the Mavs.
Yeah.
But, like, I'd say it's between them and probably the Mavs. Especially with Steph just going out. I don't really like our chances much anymore.
Steph's out for a few weeks, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean...
Never count out the Warriors, though.
No, especially in the playoffs, right? They're going to probably try and just squeak into a playoff spot, which is what they did last season, and then they make their run, right? Then they really kind of turn it on. But
yeah,
if I had to give like an honest projection, I'd probably go with I'd say the Suns is my number one.
That's fair, yeah.
And then probably the Mavs.
Yeah.
As the
Mavs will be good.
They'll be very good, yeah.
They're having their first game with Luka and Kyrie tonight, right now.
Oh, really?
No idea how
that's going. Hang on. People are going to have to listen to this. Actually, you know what? Here, it won't. How do you mute? Okay, there we go. So what were you saying?
So the Mavericks are it's currently going on. It's 88-86 versus the Sacramento Kings, who are now good, which is a weird development.
That's crazy.
Yeah, versus the Sacramento Kings. Luka at the end of the third quarter is 25, 7, and 4. Kyrie has 12. 12, 4, and 5.
Yeah, okay.
So he's been fine. Nice tight game there. But yeah, Draymond and Anthony Davis had some words they were yelling in each other's faces earlier.
Oh, really?
Apparently, I don't know why both teams are drastically underperforming.
Yeah, neither of them are really doing anything even close to what you'd expect.
Yeah, that's valid.
So I'm looking at these hot sauces, and I'm thinking, what's your spice tolerance like? Do you like spicy food?
I'm not big into spicy food. However, I have had historically a decent tolerance to hot sauces.
All right. I'll show you the three that I have. I'm going to apologize. First one is almost gone, but that's because it's really, really good. These are all three of these are Melinda's hot sauce, which are really, really good.
Right. Shout out Melinda's hot sauce.
Incredibly cheap, weirdly enough, despite being, good. This one's just jalapeno pepper, so it's not super spicy or anything.
Bet.
The one that I like the most in terms of just taste, Danny's Whole Hog, Winnipeg native. We fuck with it. The Red Zone hot sauce made for the Bombers as well.
My dad hates Danny from Danny's Whole Hog.
I have no reason to know why or why not, but I'll respect that. I suppose. Did you know why? Or?
I do.
Oh, why's that?
So the story is that my parents ordered a whole hog from Danny's Whole Hog.
I've had a whole hog from Danny's before, too.
And it was supposedly apparently it was very good, but it was supposed to be a certain weight, and when they actually weighed it itself, it was like not even close to the weight it was supposed to be. It was very good. But my dad has since then entered into a one-sided lifelong beef with the good people at Danny's Whole Hog.
With Danny himself. Danny is now hated permanently.
Yeah, my dad has referred to him. If you bring it up to this day, this was in like 2006. My dad will refer to him as a thieving bastard. He fucking hates Daddy.
I can't blame him. What can I say?
Fair enough.
And the final one, this is a good one.
Sorry, Danny. They sponsor this, and I will get rid of that story. It didn't happen.
Yeah, hey, just give us the right fucking weight in your goddamn whole hog, bro.
That story never happened. My dad loves Danny's Whole Hog.
Nothing but good things to say about the fine folks at Danny's.
Oh fuck! I'll get him on here. You'll say it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the final one is this Melinda's Ghost Pepper. What is this? I'm not even pretend like I know how to say. Look at the top. Butte Chocolat.
Melinda's Butte Jolokia?
Something like that.
Yeah.
We probably fucked that up. This is a little over 1 million Scoville.
I want to apologize to the indigenous people of wherever that place is. Jolokia, probably some former Yugoslavian nation or something like that.
I wish it would say right on it. No, I was going to say, it is
Croatia.
India. It is India. Northeast India?
Okay, shout out India then.
Yeah, Jolokia. This is just over 1 million Scoville, which is a lot.
Yeah.
Some of the hottest hot sauces go up to like 6 million, but those would like fucking eradicate you. This is good though. Still tastes good. Still has some flavor to it. I might have to go grab something so we can test these properly, because I don't really think it's good for us to just drink it out of the bottle.
That's a valid, yeah. Okay.
I'll be back in a moment.
Word, yeah. I have no idea if he's going to edit any of this. But in the off chance he does not. Here he is. Never mind.
I could hear you saying.
I was thinking about a take I was potentially going to present. I don't even have the take. I was just thinking of racking my brain of takes. Okay. I have unlimited takes, by the way. You know what, Scott? I don't even know if I've ever actually said this to you, but I feel like I've said this to a lot of people. If you ever want to know my opinion on literally anything, I will give my unfiltered take. Like, I am an open book to any and all questions.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Including on camera, because I don't give a fuck.
Oh, fair enough. What you believe is what you believe.
Yeah, you know what? Shout out to absolutely. Shout out to one of our coworkers, whose name will not be mentioned. Just because, I don't know, fuck.
Hang on. Continue.
He says that he listened to our. Is it currently still muted?
No, it's on now. That's weirdly enough. The solid red does not mean muted.
Annoying as fuck. But yeah, he apparently listened to our entire podcast and had a great time.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Well,
what a guy! I was like, fuck, that's great to hear. Appreciate it, dog. Like,
actually, one of my buddies from the university said he watched our podcast.
The whole thing. Yeah.
Thought it was a good time. Yeah.
Yeah. One of my guys from college did.
It's got something like 27 views or something like that for something.
You know what, man? We're just two friends talking. The fact that 27 of you were willing to watch this, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, hey, I mean, hopefully that means it's enjoyable and you're not just watching it to say you did.
Yeah, right.
All right, so let me pop these.
I feel like we should have some sort of game that,
Instead
of just us taking shots of hot
a
sauce.
lot of hot sauce in that second cup there.
Okay, I need something to chase this with. And I
The
just
ghost pepper sauce. Yeah.
Come on, can I crack a White Claw?
I mean, that's your loss.
Yes.
If you want to chase pain with sadness and fucking
I just
embarrassment.
because I've had my 3 beers here.
What do you say we take the Drinkorama for a spin?
Oh, I'm down for the Drinkorama.
Do you have a cat? No, because your beer was bottled, right?
Yeah, I can throw the other thing there.
The
What's it
tab.
called? The tab.
Yeah. I can see if I'd probably have a just
Sure,
like
you got
a
one
cap.
somewhere,
I don't really
yeah.
care if it's a cap that we used. Grab the Drinkorama for me here. Mute this for a second. Man, you can smell that hot sauce. All right, bring out the Drinkorama, Vic.
All right.
You know, I just noticed it's funny.
Yeah.
We did not introduce ourselves. This is technically our first podcast.
That's true.
Hey guys, my name's Scott, by the way.
I'm Vic. Just Victor,
Yeah.
but Vic.
Yeah, we did that in the first one right at the start.
We did.
Kind
Makes sense.
of just assumed, I guess, we wouldn't have to this time, but since this is going to be the official first one, yeah, those are our names. Call us whatever you want. I don't care. You can call them glasses. I wear them too. I just don't have mine on me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you know what? You've had glasses like as long as I have, but like you abandoned the look early, and you know what? Like it works. Like it works either way. You're one of those people who can pull off the looks either way.
I prefer
I'm very
myself
much-
with glasses.
Really?
I don't lie.
I think I also do.
Yeah, it depends. Like
I don't know.
My glasses
I don't know.
used to not be. I used to have shit glasses. The way like they were. I looked really fucking ugly with them. And I don't think I'm the greatest looking human being on the planet, but I think I look better with my glasses on still.
Yeah.
I just kind of forgot where I put them yesterday, and I was too lazy to go hunt for them
That's fair.
this afternoon.
I just kind of feel like even if I were like I can't see shit without glasses.
Fair enough, yeah.
But I just kind of feel like even if I were to get laser eye surgery, which is on the table eventually, if I can ever afford that.
Yeah, it's expensive as well.
It's fucking expensive.
Really, yeah.
If I ever were to get that, I would still probably wear glasses just without prescriptions
Without
in them.
prescription. No, you look better with glasses.
Yeah, it just fits my face.
Yeah.
It's just natural. Like I can't imagine myself without glasses these days.
Yeah. All right. This
Let's
is
do
the
this shit.
Drinkorama. This was a Secret Santa gift that I won. I was wearing Secret Santa this Christmas.
Of course.
So, fantastic. I don't know if you can read out the options here. I've just realized that I guess they're kind of backwards. Wait, are they backwards for everybody? Let me see. No, they're not. That's
No,
great.
they're good. They're
Take
good.
a shot, party shot, pass a shot, half and half. Drink with your buddy. The good news is we don't have enough people here for party shot to be any different from drink with your buddy.
Yeah.
There's a very real chance that this just
Yep.
ends with both of us drinking. But here, we'll take this very old Keith's bottle cap,
Yeah.
which I for some reason still have. Go ahead and pop that at the top. I feel like one of those showgirls from Price is Right. What is? Oh, there was a cap in there the whole
There
time.
was. Party shot.
So let's just mix up something fun. We'll both take one.
Okay. We're
Sounds
going to do
good.
a shot?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Let's think of. What are we thinking? What should we? What should we make in our party shot?
You and man, everything here is all your stuff, man. So whatever, it's.
I mean,
totally up
I'm
to you.
realistically fine with us taking anything, but make sure these
Yeah, me too.
glasses are good. Okay, pass me the 5 Alive.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a bit of 5 Alive in this. It's a weird thing to add to a shot, but I'm gonna be a very small amount because obviously, otherwise it's not really a shot if it doesn't contain mostly hard alcohol. Oh, that's gonna be like. It's amazing how little alcohol or little fluid is in a shot.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to pop some Jim Beam, hashtag Go Blue. Straight bourbon whiskey.
Man, we're really drinking bomber-approved liquor today, too.
Oh, I got my Jim Beam cup as well. I'm not even drinking out of it, but I got it in the corner there.
Yeah.
Yep, I've just poured some alcohol on my... Okay, there's yours. So that is a Very weird party shot. 5 Alive and straight bourbon whiskey. Jim Beam, but see how it tastes.
Cheers, man.
To anybody but Shoppers Drug Mart.
Cheers, sir.
Just tastes mostly like bourbon. I didn't really taste any 5 Alive in that.
Not really. That was fine.
It's not bad, yeah.
You know what's a topic that I just thought of randomly now?
What's that?
Best men at the wedding.
Yeah.
Or at weddings. And here's my thoughts on it. What's tough about that is, like, I feel like every guy out there kind of knows who their best man is going to be.
Yeah.
Generally.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's a tough situation because, like, you meet people in your life that, like, you know, like, you grow close with and all that stuff. But, like, at the end of the day, like, you know who your best man's going to be.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's an awkward situation.
It is. Like, I have lots of guys who I've become very close friends with. But, like, realistically, I'm hoping that one day it's not going to bother them when they all know that it's going to be you who's my best man.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be the same way the other way around. It's
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
You just got to get over it because it's like we've just known each other for that long, been friends for a lot longer. And it's just, it's tough. It's a weird place to be, and having one person be quite literally considered the better of friends than everyone else. It's kind of weird that you fucked up almost that you do that on your wedding day.
That's the thing, yeah.
But,
it's like, because, like, I've obviously, like, I've met a lot of people in my life that I consider, like, really close friends, like some of my best friends and things and all that, but, like, it's not even a fucking question who my best man's gonna be. Yeah, like, we've been best friends since I was a kid, and, like, you'll always be my best friend.
Yeah, fair
So
enough.
it's like, it's a tough situation. Like, I feel like a lot of people out there can probably relate to this. Like, or even if you want to pick, like, one of your brothers or something like that. Like, I know what my dad did was he had all his brothers draw straws. Shortest straw was the best man.
Oh, fair enough.
And, like, that's a good system of doing it. But, like, if you have a whole group of friends, like, I know some people who are, like, they don't necessarily have a best friend. It's, like, a group.
It's a group of, like, all very close friends.
Yeah, that's a gong show.
That makes it tough, because you almost feel like a dickhead for picking someone then.
Yeah, like, you have to do a random draw kind of thing. And also, like, look.
Take one half of this. Keep talking, but there's nothing on it yet. You're going to want to...
Oh, yeah, for the hot sauce?
This will be the first one.
Okay.
This one won't be that bad. This is the jalapeno one.
Okay.
Get a little bit under. I'm using toothpicks because we don't have a more formal tool.
Take it?
Yeah, over. That was not bad. It's mostly like peppery and jalapeno.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's good. Tastes good. I really like it. It's like a nice, very, very peppery taste.
It does taste good.
Yeah, it's good. That was like $5 that bottle.
Not bad at all.
Not bad. Yeah.
Cool.
Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, like, I think that's a tough situation. Like, and there's a lot of potential for awkwardness there.
There is, yeah. It's kind of weird. It's almost separating people slightly, like before your wedding, which is kind of the exact opposite of what you'd want.
Mm.
But
yeah, and like, I did have this conversation with, like, another, like, close friend I have, and I said to him, I was like, hey man, like, you know, like, we're really close and everything, but, like, I need you to know, like, when I get married, like, Scott is gonna be my best man. Yeah, like I said that, like, they just have to be, because, like, the topic came up naturally. I was just like,
we're just out of nowhere.
Yeah, I was just like, man, like, I just, like, my lifelong, like, best friend, like, I got to, you know, and they were totally cool about it, but, like, I feel like there's a lot of potential for, like, shit to go down.
People could be uncool with that. I would kind of understand it. I mean, you're kind of a shithead if you're not cool with it. You kind of,
I agree.
Pretty non-understanding, but yeah, it seems like it's unnecessary. That why can't you just have grooms and just, like, not have a best man? I don't know. I guess having, like, 5 speeches instead of just the one would be really inconvenient, but
yeah, you know what's weird is I'm weirdly, like, traditional with certain things like that.
Yeah.
Or, like, I'm just all about best man, maid of honor, that stuff.
Yeah, oh no, I like it.
Yeah, I'm just pro that stuff. Like, I know some people get married without that, and I'm just like, nah.
Nah, you gotta have something like that. It's part of the fun, right?
Certain traditions are like, yeah, you gotta keep going.
Yeah, it's like the bomber first down thing. I think that will forever be my favorite thing in all of sports. And you know what the crazy part is? The fact that it started, like, what, 3-4 years ago?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Something like that.
That is another Winnipeg first down. Because I remember it, like, started as a joke, me and my uncle. or several of my uncles actually would always make the joke because it was like we thought it was super fucking annoying, and at first it was really fucking annoying.
Yeah,
because it's just like, oh yeah, first down. It's not like gets really old really fast, especially as the Bombers became a better team. They started getting a lot of first downs every game.
Right.
So we'd like
we got like 20 a game.
We'd be like watching on TV like a game or something while we were out, at a cabin. And, like, every time there was a first down, like, it's not even in Winnipeg, and we're watching it televised, but every time there's a first down, we would turn and just look at each other and go like this or something, which is just funny. But it truly, like, once you go to the game and you're liquored up, having a good time, that's a great tradition. It truly is. It's a hell of a time. Like
it is.
It is just something about it is just fantastic. It really gets you going, getting ready, and, like, getting pissed off on those few occasions in which like they choose not to do it for some reason.
Yeah.
Or I guess they like forget maybe. I don't know. Like everybody's sitting there waiting like this, like ready to get started on it, and like they just don't say it. And I was like what the fuck? Am I mistaken, or was that not another Winnipeg Blue Bombers first down?
Right.
It's like being in the
fourth quarter. Sometimes they don't do it when it's like shit's getting interesting.
It's like being in the Red River Co-op red zone. Which is my favorite place for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers to be.
It's also the best co-op.
It is. And it's no longer, unfortunately, the sponsor of the Red Zone. I forget who it is now. There's somebody else.
Ooh, shit, I thought it was.
No, like the last couple games, I noticed that it was something else. I guess Red River Co-op was out of funds.
That's like the Staples Center to me. It'll always be the Red River Co-op Red Zone.
It'll always be, because it's called the Red River Co-op. Like, it's got red right in the name. It's got to be the sponsor
Red
of
Zone,
the Red
yes.
Zone. Yeah, it is the Red Zone. Also because it's the one, like, right next to us. It holds a bit of a special place. Yeah,
right.
But... yeah, the Red River Co-op Red Zone. That name, it's there. It sticks. It's solid.
Here's what I gotta ask.
That's where we want the Bombers to be.
Speaking of, like, Bomber traditions and stuff, what do you think of IG Field versus the Canada Stadium? I'm very curious to hear what you think on that. I'm very curious. If anybody gives enough of a fuck to comment, I would love to hear what you guys think about that. I genuinely would.
I only went to the Winnipeg Stadium... or Canadian Stadium, maybe 4 or 5 times to watch Bomber games in the first 12 years of my life. Like, my parents weren't, like, my uncles are pretty big Bomber fans. My dad was never, like, huge. He'll watch lots of games. We just never really went out to too many games, and the Bombers were fucking horrible anyway. So there was really not a whole lot of value in driving halfway across the city to go watch us get fucking stomped for, like, the 16th year in a row. So thanks for turning that around at least, guys.
Yeah, cheers.
It's crazy because IG Field wipes the floor, obviously, with the Winnipeg Stadium in every way. And I mean, it's not really fair because it's just such a nicer building. I did like the Winnipeg Stadium. I like the Canada Stadiums. It was nice. The troughs and everything were funny. I mean, I'm glad. Let me make it very clear. As much as we joke about how like we miss them, I'm very glad they're no longer a thing. It was a very grim place to be.
And everyone here knows what that is. There's not a chance there's a woman still listening to this podcast.
No, there never was from the start. Yeah.
So you know the trough.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you don't, right? If you're not from Winnipeg or you've never been to the Winnipeg Stadium, it's essentially. You know what a urinal is, right? Even if you are a woman and you're listening, you know what a urinal is. Now imagine if you took what stops the urinal on the sides and just put it all the way around the entire room and made it instead out of metal.
It's like a drainage duct.
Imagine exactly.
Slight tilt, like this.
I mean, quite literally, think of a trough that like horses will eat out of, right?
Just slightly tilted.
Like a feeding trough, yeah. And like it all goes down into the middle. But the worst part is there was maybe like 5 like actual drains. Yeah. And this was a big bathroom. So like you got a dude's piss from like 20 feet down the other way.
Yeah, it was a whole wall.
Yeah. Like it's fucked up. It made for some of the funniest things ever. Like your crossing streams guy who you had. You can tell the story if you like.
Yeah, I got a couple different trough stories, weirdly enough. I was in the lineup for the trough once. I was probably like 10. And I was in the lineup and a guy goes, and these 2 guys in front of us. The line's fucking long. They did not understand. Investors Group Field understands how the bathrooms are supposed to work. The lineups move smoothly. Tons of urinals. Beautiful shit. Trough was not like that at the Canadian Stadium. Long lineup. And these 2 dudes in front of me start chanting, "Double up stalls! Double up stalls!" And the guy the other guy goes, "Yeah, I'm willing to cross streams to get the job done."
That's fantastic.
valid at that point. Because holy fuck, if you need to pee, that lineup is horrible. But then another time was there was a dude with a Saskatchewan Roughriders jersey, and he's at the trough, and he's really taking a long time. Same thing. I'm like 10, and this guy's behind him, and he kind of gives him a little shove, and he goes, "Hurry up, or I'll stick my dick in your ass."
Jesus Christ.
That was the kind of comedy at the Winnipeg Stadium. But you know why I ask you that question? Is because the Winnipeg Stadium had a few traits that this current stadium does not have that I feel like are greatly missed. And one of them is the student section.
The student section. Okay, in the first couple of years of IG, the beer snake still existed.
Mm-hmm.
I do greatly miss the beer snake. And they still use the same cups. There's no excuse for the beer snake to not exist.
Yeah.
However, getting the beer in a cup instead of a can is a little bit harder to find. Like, it was always in a cup at the Winnipeg State, at Canadians.
Right.
At Investors, if you go to, like, the smaller stands, they'll give you a canned beer, which is fine. I don't really give a shit about the difference. But you can't make a beer snake out of a can.
Yeah.
And in case you aren't aware of what a beer snake is, think of a cup and think of stacking 1,000 of them and the fact that they become very structurally unsound.
Yeah.
And imagine a bunch of drunk 18 to 24-year-olds all sitting in one section of the Canadian stadiums, stacking them while waving their shirts around above their head. That's the beer snake. That was what it was.
Yeah.
Also leads way to the worst and also funniest chant of all time.
Yeah.
Against the Montreal Alouettes.
Yeah.
Is, "I'd rather be a Bomber than an Alouette because the Alouettes suck shit." And it made no sense. It didn't sound good. The level of education from those folks must have been very limited. But it was funny, and it's still funny. We'll still sing it just for fun.
The S section was special. There would be things like if anybody, and I was going to the S section games like with my sister, who was actually in college, like the area that you're supposed to be in, to be in the S section. I'm like 10, and the drunks in there, anybody who was leaving early, who was walking by the S section, everyone would pull out their keys, jingle them, and then yell, "Part-time fan! Part-time fan!" And the crowd would relentlessly chant it. It was
brutal.
Just abusing the shit out of anyone. Any hot girl walking up the stands, "Show me your titties," would just get chanted at. Yes, that's harassment. I'm not condoning it. But at the time, it was hilarious. And and it was like the S section was something special. And every once in a while they would. And as a 10-year-old child, it was quite something.
And keep in mind, there's something hilarious about the idea of jingling your keys and shouting "part-time fan" to somebody leaving early.
For sure.
Given that at this point, the Bombers were approximately 17 years into our Grey Cup drought.
Easy.
And it's not even like we were close.
No.
We were a fucking travesty.
We were close in 2008, and that's it.
One of the few games I saw at the Winnipeg Stadium was the Riders beating us during the Banjo Bowl. I think maybe it wasn't the Banjo Bowl. Maybe they were just here for a game, but it was something like 47-14.
Yeah.
They just fucking pounded us. Just took us to the fucking cleaners, man. It was a beat down.
You know, it might have been preseason once, but I think we lost 56-0 to Hamilton once. It was a large amount to nothing. It was either in the 40s or 50s to 0. And to Hamilton. I think it was preseason, but I remember that happening and just being like, "Fuck me! What are we even doing here?"
We're very lucky to be our age and live in Winnipeg and be a good football team.
Here, I'll be back. Yeah. Well, yeah. Brutal.
I love how you just say bet when you appear. Just no prompt, no nothing.
Here I am.
It's just part of your return is just simply saying that.
Yep.
All right, time for part 2. You still got your little toothpick thing?
Oh, yeah, bet. Oh, yeah, I got it here.
Pocket. Okay. We'll move on to the second one. This is the Danny's Own Red Zone. It's like my favorite of the 3 hot sauces in terms of flavor, I think.
Mm.
Kind of tough to.
Okay.
It's definitely spicier, but still very manageable and
It's certainly manageable. That's
And
a
it's
lot
still good.
spicier. Significantly.
yeah, you're gonna be fucked up by the third one, for sure. I mean, so will I. My issue with the third one, with the ghost pepper one, it's not inherently that it's incredibly spicy. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's very spicy.
Yeah.
It just makes you want to cough immediately before you even feel the spice, though. Something about
Yeah,
it
okay.
just immediately makes you want to cough, which makes anybody who's watching you try it think, oh god, this must be crazy spicy. It's like, no, I don't even taste the spice yet. Something about it immediately makes you want to cough, though.
Yeah, here's my hot take with these things. Like, hot sauce, like, while I don't personally use it very much, I see the appeal.
Yeah.
Very much so. However, certain hot sauces, it's like, okay, you're literally just... This is just a novelty. It's too fucking hot.
Yeah.
You're just suffering.
Well, especially, and there's some hot sauces that are manufactured just for the sole purpose of being hot and not for actually tasting decent.
Well, yeah, okay.
Like, those hot sauces so far, and the ghost pepper one, all 3 of them, are spicy, but they also still have, like, some taste to them, like, outside of just the spice. They're, like, good. They taste good otherwise. You can use them on food, and, like, you're not worried about the fact that, they're spicy, but they, like, taste like nothing, or they taste like shit after. Like, no, they still taste good, at least.
Yeah.
So,
You shoving that with your teeth? Holy shit.
I don't have fingernails, I bite my nails, so
That's fair.
that's my only other option.
You bite your nails?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Bad habit.
I get you.
Never gotten over it.
That's valid, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just like when you're stressed, or is it just like in general?
I don't even know. Because, like, I mean, I do it all the time, so I can't be stressed because I don't feel stressed that often. So I don't even know when it is. I don't know what causes it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't believe Matt Stairs hit a first-inning grand slam at the game.
It's pretty fucking impressive, yeah.
I was just thinking of that.
What do you think is your worst trait?
That's a tough one. I don't know.
What's the worst thing about Scott Knight? Just the individual.
I want to make, like, some horrible joke or something, but, like, I can't even think of a good one right now, and also, like, probably the first one I come to, I probably shouldn't even say anyways.
Yeah.
Live. I guess we're not live anyways, but, yeah. I don't know. That's a tough one. Do you have your answer in mind? Because, like, maybe I'll let you go and I'll think about mine, because I need a few seconds. Like, I can think of a couple of things, but, like, they're all kind of... I don't really know which one's going to win.
I don't know if this is my worst trait, but what I have is, like, sometimes, like, I'll let things build instead of addressing them right away.
Yeah.
I'll let things build a long time, and then when it's finally, like, when it's built up to a certain point, then that just explodes, and then it's a huge fucking thing when, like, it could have been addressed earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably something like that. Like, I'm definitely the kind of person who, like, lets shit build up before addressing it.
So, essentially, emotional edging is your problem.
I suppose so, yeah. Shout out to my fucking writer's craft instructor.
I was wondering where that was going.
Shout out to my writer's craft instructor who used the term edging like 1,000,000 times in a class, and the whole class was laughing, and she just never addressed it and just kept saying edging.
Well, because I assume she didn't mean edging the way everybody else was thinking of it.
But, like, literally everybody was thinking of it in that way, and it was just hilarious.
Okay.
But,
No,
yeah. I'd say, yeah, it's probably my worst.
No,
That's
I
probably
get
my
it,
worst
yeah.
trait. Something like that, yeah, like, where someone will be, like, annoying me, and, like, I really should just address it, but instead I'll just try to ignore it because I don't want to cause anything.
But yeah,
and then it'll build, and eventually I'm just fucking livid about it.
They almost always, just get worse until that point. That's
Yep.
fair.
That's what I'd say, probably.
Yeah.
I'm not a great human.
No, I mean, no one's perfect at all.
Yep.
I'm gonna sound like an asshole. I can't really think of like a good one right now. I can think of a couple like small things, but like
fair.
Nothing that I really think is like a huge deal. I'm gonna keep thinking of it. We can move on. I'm gonna keep thinking of it.
Fair enough.
Back in my mind. I'm still thinking of Shaquille O'Neal calling the women of San Antonio big old women. I don't know why.
They do have some big old women over there. No, that's Charles Barkley who said that.
Sorry, yeah, Charles Barkley.
You know what I heard? Did you see the news about Charles Barkley this week?
No.
It's that CNN wants to hire Charles Barkley to do a weekly news show.
About what?
Just fucking shit going on in America. And it's like, you know what, man? I just think that there's better decisions to make.
I think there's better people than Charles Barkley.
I fucking love Charles Barkley, but are you kidding me?
Yeah, like he's already not even a great NBA analyst. He's just kind of funny because he's Charles Barkley and he's
not great at analyzing the game.
No, it's like, haha, he's funny. He's like a Hall of Famer. He's fat. He thinks San Antonio women are also fat. He make funny with Shaquille O'Neal.
I feel like San Antonio women are probably actually hot.
Well, I mean, I imagine like the proportion of San Antonio women that are like traditionally attractive are probably pretty similar to everyone else.
You're right.
But I don't feel like Charles Barkley's giving him that fair shake. I think he's immediately just dunking on him. Which, like, fair enough. It's funny, right? It is funny. Fair. If you don't know what we're talking about, search Charles Barkley's San Antonio women.
It's a great watch.
7-minute long video. We watched in the last podcast. I'm not going to do it again. But
that's a big old woman over
there.
But
it's funny. Him talking about, I got some big old women out in San Antonio.
Yeah.
I still remember last time you talking about the least walkable cities in the world and you saying San Antonio was one.
It is. It's one of them.
Well, I said it's because, all them big old women taking up the sidewalk space. I don't think Charles Barkley would be a great fit for, like, actual, like, news. Like, anything important, I don't want Charles Barkley. Even if he was knowledgeable on the topic, I couldn't get over the fact that he's Charles Barkley. Like, I could never get over the fact... It's like...
The round mound of rebound.
Yeah, I don't want the round mound of rebound telling me about, like, increasing tensions in, like, Palestine or anything. It's like, oh, look at this, like... conflict in the Middle East, and now let's bring it to Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
Like NBA Hall of Famer. Like, no, I'd rather get just some generic guy who I've never heard of who looks like he was maybe educated formally on a topic like this.
Yeah.
And I have a bit more confidence at least, even if it's just for the sole purpose of just believing because it's not Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
But once you become an NBA on TNT host, real journalism, totally out of the question. I wouldn't want Doris Burke even doing the fucking local news or whatever.
No, not a chance.
I couldn't think of that. I just think, go back to being a sideline reporter for the NBA instead. That was way better. You were, even if she was great at it, it's just I could never get past looking at her and being like, haha, Doris Burke, sideline reporter.
Yeah.
Turned not great NBA commentator.
Who's your favorite Winnipeg news person? You know who slaps? Colleen Brady goes hard.
Colleen Brady is good.
Yeah, she goes hard. She's good.
You know who I miss, and I think you're gonna. Okay. Well, this isn't This isn't really no. It is a Winnipeg news person.
I fuck with Winnipeg news, by the way.
I do as well. Okay, so I have two answers here.
Yeah.
Who is one of them? Oh, it's gonna piss me off. It's not Darren Tition. Who's the guy? He was on breakfast television. He's on TSN now.
Oh, yeah.
You know the guy. He's the white guy, black hair. Right? I can't remember his name.
Who's the motherfucker?
But he was really funny, and he was great, and he was on breakfast television in Winnipeg. And
I fuck with breakfast television, too.
Me too. I haven't watched him forever, but I totally did.
Me neither. I follow them on TikTok, though, and their TikToks are solid. Like, that guy Sid from it, he's always based with his takes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, I like the guy. Again, I forget his name. But he's on TSN now. I see him very regularly.
This White Claw is just so mediocre.
Yeah, very honest.
It's just a mid-ass, it's hard to describe what it tastes like, but it's whatever that is with just, the faintest hint of watermelon.
It tastes like a terrible version of Sprite with a little bit of watermelon.
That's a really good way of putting it. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, I guess it's a terrible version of Sprite because, it's not as sweet as Sprite, which is what makes Sprite enjoyable, and it's just tonic. It's just soda water with it's like they put it in the same room as a watermelon.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the Winnipeg News thing.
Right.
Yeah, my favorite Winnipeg News person in general, and I don't believe he's a Winnipeg News person anymore. You remember Peter Chura?
Yeah, I do.
I loved Peter Chura. That guy was a
Pete.
I don't even know. Something about his delivery and just like, you just like turn on the television and you're like, yeah, this guy knows what's going on.
Yeah, right.
I trust this man with my life to deliver me some relatively unbiased, factual content about the state of the city, the province, and the world that I live in. I know this guy's, he's waking up every morning with the best intentions. He's trying to provide me with, you know, the information I need to go on with my life, right?
Fuck yeah. Who's that fucking guy on CBC? Peter, like, Mansbridge?
Yeah. Yeah.
Peter, that guy's in his bag, too. He's got a good voice. I feel like you need a good voice if you're, like, the national guy.
That's one of the things about Peter Churl that I like, was he had, like, it's like a nice, deep, but, like, smooth, solid voice. I fucked with it. I got a lot of respect for radio personalities for stuff like that.
Shout out Ace Burpee.
I like Ace Burpee. He's a good guy.
You know what? Ace Burpee's the kind of guy, like... You know what? I've met a lot of people who have met Ace Burpee at numerous times, and they all say, one of the best human beings ever. Mm. Like, the guy's phenomenal.
I believe it.
Yeah, like, the guy is just a great guy. And, like, shout out Ace Burpee. Like, what a human.
Here's one of the things, like, in the ongoing battle of morning talk show in Winnipeg. Yeah. Between 103 and 106, between Virgin Radio and Energy 106.
Yep.
Wheeler in the morning on 106.
Right.
Ace Burpee on... Is it Ace Burpee? No, who does 103?
It's still Ace Burpee,
It's still Ace Burpee in the morning. Yeah, on 103, right?
Yeah.
They're both great. I do like both their shows.
I like them both too, yeah.
I think objectively, I prefer listening to Wheeler in the morning. Dave Wheeler has a great voice. He has a really great voice, just in general. Apparently he's kind of a shithead. I haven't looked into that. I'm not going to let it...
Yeah, we don't know any problematic things to do with these people. Just
I don't know yet, and I hate to say it. Don't tell me. I'm just trying to listen to funny things that have happened in the morning on the way to school. Just leave it at that. I know if he's a terrible person, I'm sorry. He's not making good money. It's Winnipeg Radio. He can't possibly be making that much.
I got a lot of insight on that. I'll get into it in a bit.
Okay.
But yeah.
I do prefer... I do prefer Wheeler, like Dave Wheeler, in general. However, on a good day, Wheeler in the morning is by far the better one, just because I like Dave Wheeler. Jasmine Lane, Tyler Carr. Mm-hmm. If they're good, like on certain mornings when they're just, you know, having normal conversation and everything, it's great. However, Tyler Carr, you're not going to listen to this. I know you're not going to. If you're listening to this, Tyler Carr, on those days when you are off, whatever it is, you are ruining that fucking show, man. I turn it off and I go to 103 for the rest of the morning. Because if sometimes he just, I don't know if it's just the things he says, the way he delivers it, the opinions he just provides. Sometimes both him and Jasmine are just so fucking obnoxious and annoying.
Yeah,
and sometimes they just get so like, they just sound really like self-centered.
Right.
And almost like they're like above everyone else. And I don't know what it is. It just comes through and it just ruins it for me. And I'm just listening to it and I'm like, I cannot listen to this anymore. It's already hard enough to listen to radio all the time. So I'm moving to 103. Fucking Ace Burpee's got the rest of my morning on my way to university. He can say pretty much whatever he wants at this point. I'm going to listen to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how they just kind of, some days they're great, some days they just completely ruin it.
You know, the whole radio industry is interesting. Like, I'm learning a lot about it. One of my media production classes in school is just about fucking audio. And right now, it's all about radio. And so, like, I'm learning a whole lot about, like, Winnipeg radio and the way things like this work. And what's interesting is that the Winnipeg radio ratings, CJOB and CBC Radio 1, destroy everything, including the music stations. Like, talk radio destroys in Winnipeg. Like, yeah, like CJOB, CJOB and CBC Radio 1 we're talking like 4 times more than Energy 106.
Yeah, really.
Like, destroying everything. And so, like, that's really interesting to me. But it seems like the money in radio, it's absolutely, like, radio is it's not a dying industry, but it's a shrinking industry. Like there's a difference, like where it's not gonna go away, but like it is shrinking.
Yeah.
But like the people who are in it, like the Ace Burpees and the people like that in the world, like they're making a fuckload of money.
Oh, I'm sure they're making really good money.
Yeah, like they're making good money, but it's very concentrated. It's an interesting thing, but
yeah,
like CBC Radio 1, people like that, like they're getting a fuckload of radio. And we actually had to do an assignment recently where we listened to like 2 hours of any of the major FM stations and had to like do a report on whatever we listened to. And so I picked 92.
Yeah.
You know what? I really enjoyed my time listening to it. Like I enjoy the radio. Like I really do. Like there's something about it. Like I don't want radio to go away.
I don't either.
Like more times than not I'm listening to Spotify. I'll be real. But like I enjoy radio. There's something about it that's just like, it's just special. It's like there's something about it, this Winnipeg local feel. They're talking about Winnipeg stuff. That's just awesome.
My biggest issue with radio in general, FM radio, is the music. And it's weird to say. Yeah. Because like as a kid, I would have always thought, oh, shut up, stop talking. I just want to listen to the music. Because they just play nonstop the same music. Like, and I'm not trying to sound like some old head, but I'm 22 years old. Right. Definitely not. But it's quite honestly, like they just play the same like 8 songs, like over and over and over and over, to the point where like once they start playing the radio in the morning, I will usually like just flip between 103 and 106 and like sometimes 92 or 99 and just try and find whoever's like talking and just go off of that. Because I just cannot stand listening to non-talk radio, like listening to just music. Like if I wanted to listen to music, I think FM radio stations just maybe they don't understand this, or like, you know, someone still needs to play music, but if I wanted to listen to music, I would connect my car, I'd connect my phone and I'd listen to Spotify or listen to Apple Music or whatever other title, whatever the hell you use. I have no reason to listen to music on the radio. And it's probably, if it's fucking Body Shop by Sam Smith, if I hear that song one more time...
I hate that song.
I hate it with a burning fucking passion. You know what the worst part is? It's not even really that bad of a song.
I fuck with Sam Smith's music.
I
really do fuck with their music.
Yeah, I don't mind his music. And I didn't mind that song at the start. I've heard it 10,000 fucking times, man. I cannot listen to that song. The second I hear it, I immediately turn off the radio.
Yeah, I hate that song.
It ruins my morning when it comes on. It genuinely does. Yeah.
Yeah, they're an interesting artist, like where like they've had a lot of good albums and stuff, but it's just like, dude, I'm just not trying to hear that fucking song anymore. I'm tired of it.
I'm done with it existing.
TikTok's kind of fucking killed it too. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to hear any TikTok songs on the radio ever.
No,
like Coffee for Your Head, that song.
It's a good song. Yeah,
that's a banger. I don't ever want to hear it on the fucking radio. Like, because you're seeing it so much. If it's viral on TikTok, I get it. It's a very streamed song, so you want to play it. I don't want to fucking hear it on the radio.
That's the thing that's like so great and terrible about TikTok, is like you find, not necessarily new music, obviously, right? Like you just find music that you enjoy.
Yeah.
New songs you've never heard, and you come to like them all the time, right? Like most of my new songs that I find are just songs I've either already knew but kind of forgot about, or I've never heard before and I just listen to off of TikTok. I'm like, that sounds like a great song, and I go and I love it. But at the same time, these trends usually last like 2 weeks, and at the end of those 2 weeks, I never want to hear that song ever again.
Right.
And then it'll take me like a year to get to the point in which I can listen to that song and be like, oh yeah, it's a good song. I forgot about it because you've just heard it so many times. I'm not a huge Pearl Jam fan. Even Flow is a great song.
Like the song from the
song from the Jesus Christ things, like the Jesus Christ skateboarding TikToks that have been around, and I've capitalized on that in some of my TikToks, and it's a funny trend, and it's great. It hasn't been overplayed for me yet, but it's getting very dangerously close, like mentally.
In a week, you're going to be done with that song.
In a week, I will never want to listen to the song Even Flow ever fucking again.
Yeah.
And I'm just really hoping it kind of dies out before that, because it is a great song. It's a good song overall. But yeah, TikTok does that a lot, where they'll help you find great songs.
Yeah.
And then will they either immediately ruin those songs, or will ruin songs you already like, because you just hear them so much. Yeah. And it's crazy. A combination of TikTok and the radio and other forms of social media will sometimes ruin songs permanently for you.
For sure.
What do you think the one song that I can never, just based on how much you've heard it in the last couple of years, we'll say. So this
because of TikTok or just because of social media?
TikTok, radio, social media in general. What song have you heard the most played on radio, on TikTok in the last couple of years? And the song that I'll never be able to like the song again. I'm not kidding you. I still can't like it. I still don't like it.
Levitating.
Levitating by Dua Lipa.
No way.
Levitating by fucking Dua Lipa. I can't listen to it. I can't. It's a good song. I liked it.
It's a banger.
It's a great song. I will never be able to fucking enjoy that song ever again.
I want you.
Shut up. I know. Yeah.
Man, you know what?
I just like I think genuinely I've heard that song without any, like, I'm not joking.
Yeah.
I've probably heard that song in some regard, even a small snippet, the entire song, over 5,000 times.
I believe
comfortably in the last couple of years. They played it for literally 2 years on the radio consistently. So God forbid you listen to the radio during that time. It played like 3 times an hour.
Yeah.
Like 50% of radio was just fucking levitating.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, okay, fine. I'll go fuck listening to the radio. Let me scroll through TikTok or something. Preferably not in your car. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Now everybody's using levitating on all their fucking TikToks as well.
Right.
You go to Instagram, and Instagram sucks, and it's either people posting personal things or they're just posting TikToks anyways, because nobody on Instagram is creative enough to make anything that's not just a TikTok.
Yeah.
So you hear levitating again. The only safe haven for a non-Dua Lipa themed outing is like Facebook, but then I just get racists and family members. I don't want to see that either.
Sometimes combined.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Racist,
yeah.
Racist, family members, and racist family members.
Right.
It's a really tough mix.
Oxford comma.
Yeah.
I'm pro Oxford comma, by the way.
That's a good stance to take. I think I'm with you on that.
Yeah, like the whole, like with the final thing, like the end in the sentence. Yeah. I'm pro Oxford comma.
An Oxford comma goes hard.
It's weird. Like
that's the title of this one. An Oxford comma goes hard.
That's fair. I fuck hard with Oxford commas.
Yeah, that's Oxford commas.
I like how we are 2 hours into the podcast and we just said the thing that you would like to pick as the title. Yeah. But I'm with you.
Well, what else was it going to be from the start? Like, the streets of Winnipeg are unsafe, like the Kenny Lawler thing?
Fuck.
That's up there.
It's up there?
No, it's up there. Like, that's up for
debate. Say?
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you think is, like, if you had to live, like, if you could live anywhere in Winnipeg, where do you pick?
South side of Winnipeg.
Like Osborne kind of thing?
No, like deeper, like closer to... Not far off IG, honestly, like in that
really that area, eh?
Yeah, it's new. It's like really like safe objectively compared to some of the other. Like if it has to be in Winnipeg, honestly, I'd be fine living just north of Winnipeg.
Yeah.
In general, obviously, I don't want to give out too much location information, but the nice area, right? Been there for obviously a long time, and it's nice, and I'd still like to live there. It just depends where you can find a house, but if it has to be inside the city. If you want to be inside the city, the south end of the city is nice. Transcona's really nice.
Yeah.
Obviously, the west end of the city isn't really developed enough yet. I don't know. It feels like it's going to be nice, but I don't really know.
It's going to be, yeah.
There's a lot of space there that hasn't...
I wouldn't want to live in, like, the Tuxedo area.
Nah.
I would want to live in, like... Honestly, like, I know, like, there is, like, a lot of crime and stuff in that area, but, like, I really fuck with the Osborne area just because, like, it's so walkable.
It is. It's great.
And, like, at the end of the day, like, I care so much about making Winnipeg, like, a more walkable city because, like, in every great city in the world, like, being walkable is, like, the key aspect to it.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
And, like, that matters a lot to me for Winnipeg. Like, with Portage-Maine not opening and stuff, like, I know this is a controversial topic, but, like, the people who actually lived in that area overwhelmingly voted in support of it.
Because everybody who it wasn't going to affect really, or
like,
were just driving through.
It was really depressing for me because it was like, okay, like, for the actual city planners and stuff, they estimated around an extra 40 seconds per day.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of your commute because of that area. But it's like, okay, we would have completely revitalized the downtown area and, like, that whole area there.
No, I agree. Like, it's, in general, like, 40 seconds a day over the course of a year.
Yeah, like, I get it. I get it, man. Like, that sucks, but fuck, it's worth it.
It's a price you pay, like, in general, to have a much more vibrant downtown. One of the other things that amazes me that Winnipeg hasn't done is, holy fuck, man, get some goddamn streetlights downtown.
Yeah.
There's so many areas. Like, you wonder why so many people get, like, stabbed in dark alleys. Yeah. Why are there so many fucking dark alleys?
That's true.
Put a goddamn light up, man. Thomas Edison's been dead for 150 years. Put a fucking light bulb up there. Dude,
Thomas Edison.
People aren't going to do it nearly as much. There's so few, like, well-lit areas downtown that you're going to feel safe in anyways. It's such a simple fix.
Man.
Like, something like that is a very, very simple way to help out. Grab your toothpick. We're doing this last one here.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
This will be the ghost pepper one, so this will be the...
Weird.
Be ready.
Yeah, I don't know if you went to Nuit Blanche last year.
I didn't know. It's
no. But Nuit Blanche is like a really cool thing. And I remember, like, the city was just so vibrant when that was happening. And just being downtown and, like, you're walking on the street and there's tons of fucking people there. It's just dope.
Honestly.
Like, where it's like you're walking... Like, I walked from the Forks to... Oh, fuck. Here we go. Fuck it. I'm just going to take this.
Yeah, it's... Doesn't stick for too long, luckily, but yeah, it's spicy. Once the spice starts to fade, though, it is also pretty good.
Oh, that's hot as fuck, though.
It is, yeah. Yeah, that's spicy.
Oh.
I was dipping chicken in that a couple days ago. There's a point where I'm letting move down to a different hot sauce. I was like, I can't eat too much of this. It's going to ruin my life.
But that's hot as fuck.
It is, yeah. It amazes me how popular Hot Ones is. Like the show. Well, it doesn't amaze me. Like, I'm not surprised at all. Have you ever seen it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, super cool idea. Such a weird idea, but like, you kind of think about it objectively and you think like, yeah, why not? That's great.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
But yeah, like on Nuit Blanche, man, walking from the Forks to the Exchange and just being surrounded by people, it was like, man, this is how Winnipeg should be all the time.
Yeah, honestly.
It was dope. Dude, that hot sauce hit hard, man.
It does, yeah. Oh, and the coughing thing, like I told you, I mean, immediately. Just makes you want to cough.
Yeah.
Even before the spice gets that bad, it just makes you want to cough.
Fuck, we've been going for quite a long time now.
We have, yeah. You want to text for a pick up in a couple minutes?
Oh, yeah, sure, man.
And do another couple minutes here and make sure we've hit on everything we wanted to talk about.
Yep.
Otherwise, be back in a week.
Yep, for sure. No doubt about it. Let me see what we got. If there's anything we didn't address on that.
It was mostly trade stuff, I think, really, like sports-wise.
A lot of sports stuff
to go over.
We didn't talk about the Gary Payton stuff.
Yeah, but him failing that medical and what else was hidden, really?
Yeah, so basically what came out was that... Oh, it was a cat.
Hey. Bad timing, but...
Like, I'm not trying to be a dick in any way. I'm amazed Meowster is still alive.
I'm doing that well, yeah. Yeah, she's 14. She's a...
Okay, so she got some time then.
Well,
yeah, right.
That's pretty old for a cat.
Fuck. My bad.
Yeah, it's all good.
Shit. Yeah, fucking paper towels.
Yeah, I won't worry about it. I'll wipe it down later.
Okay.
Here.
Not a ton spilled. Yeah, but... so basically what happened with Gary Payton II was... So the Warriors trade like Wiseman and all that shit. Number 2 pick. Oof.
Yeah, Wiseman was not a good number 2 pick though. He was...
Oh, they could have got LaMelo too. But yeah, so the Warriors trade Wiseman for, whatever, all this shit. 4-team trade. They bring in GP2, who obviously was a Warrior last year. They win the championship, all that. Then when they're doing their physical with him, they find out he has some sort of fucking injury that he's been playing with for like months, that the Trailblazers have just been giving him an injection for, and he's like 100% not healthy, and the Warriors are not about giving him injections and shit so he can play.
Yeah.
So he's out like 3 months. Like they're saying like 3 months max, but like that's a lot of time.
That is.
That's into the playoffs.
Into the playoffs, which for the champion, for the defending champs, you kind of want to be able to be in the playoffs.
For a team that's in the fucking play-in, like, if you're making a trade, like, you'll want a guy who's going to be ready to go for the first round.
Oh, exactly, yeah. Yeah, Gary Payton played a big role, actually.
Yeah. So basically, the Trailblazers have been fully acting like this guy's 100% healthy to play when he's absolutely not.
Not even close, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like the Warriors. It's like the Warriors have until like a certain time tomorrow to decide whether or not they want to go through with the trade, or whether or not they want to veto it. But if they do, it's like a 4-team trade that's like fucked, which is wild.
That's the issue. Like, I mean, I would totally... See, I don't even know what I would do if I was in their position there, because that's a tough one. Like, Gary Payton, like, that was a good trade overall, I think.
It was.
For Gary Payton. So,
for a lot of the teams, it was a good trade. I think it honestly worked for every team that was involved in that. 4-team deal.
Yeah. I'd maybe just pull back and ask to, like, pull maybe one piece out of the trade to say, like, hey, we're missing this guy for 3 months. Yeah. You know, we hang on to one piece of this trade and then just go through with it the rest of the way. But... Yeah, because there's not a whole lot you can do, but...
I think the Warriors are going to probably do it, but, like, the Trailblazers' reputation in the NBA is down the fucking tubes. Because they lied in a trade. Like, they didn't fully disclose the fact that, hey, this guy isn't fucking ready to play basketball.
Healthy, yeah. We've been making him play basketball when he's not healthy enough to play basketball comfortably.
Mm-hmm.
Which is,
wild.
Fucked up.
Yeah. Hey, man, is there anything else you wanted to cover this week?
Not really. I think I'm pretty much good to go off that. I'm plenty fucked up now.
Me too, yeah.
I'll probably pass out for 10 hours before I have to get up and go to work. And
we work together tomorrow, at least. Thank God.
Thank God for that. It's gonna be a saving grace. But hey, if you tuned in for any part of this, appreciate it.
Really appreciate it, guys.
If you enjoyed, feel free to subscribe, stay around. We'll be back next week with more of the same. So, thanks a lot for joining us, guys.
Fuck yeah, guys.
See you later.
Thanks a lot.